Happy birthday, Undertale.
Yeah!
10 years!
So, guys, Undertale, at the time of recording this, Undertale is about to turn 10 years old. And you guys know what that means. It's old enough to drink.
What?
At the time of recording this, we are a few days out from the 10th anniversary of Undertale. And we know there's going to be a newsletter coming up, but before we get to that, I just wanted to put together a little presentation celebrating Undertale and the 10th anniversary. So today we're just going to be going through every single anniversary celebration that's been done for Undertale from 2016 all the way to the soon-to-be future. Which does that mean this video will be immediately dated by when the newsletter comes out? Yay! And then also, just to add a little bit of fun for it, I figure since we're going through all these, I put together a little tier list.
Holy shit.
So as we go through all the different anniversaries, I think it's missing a few.
Where's Sub? You can do this in no time.
He's probably around here somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna go through each one and rank them from, I guess, S to D. I don't know how many bad anniversaries there has been, but
500 of them.
well, I guess we're gonna have to see about that. So, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so Undertale first anniversary. All right, so let's do this. So,
On Tumblr?
okay, I had to make an account on Tumblr for this.
Oh,
That show how dedicated I
Follow
am to
Mr. Brick and Co.
No,
on
don't.
Tumblr.
Also, before we get started, I want to say that we are really close to hitting 10,000 subscribers, which is thank you guys so much. If we were able to hit 10K for the 10th anniversary of Undertale, that'd be pretty crazy. So if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to, and also like the video and comment if you'd also like to. And also, YouTube has just added a new feature recently called Hype Points. They actually help with the video a lot, and you get 3 of them per week. So if you think this video is good enough, use them on this one. I would really appreciate it. And then also, if you really want to go in above and beyond and you have the means, we do have a Patreon, so if you would like to support us there. But enough rigmarole. Let's get into the first anniversary, September 15th, 2016. Give me that. Okay,
I'm just
so
excited.
we're actually going to start a bit before, on September 14th, where this is, again, 1 year out from Undertale coming out. Toby gave this little a retrospective on Undertale's popularity that I think is pretty interesting to read, just knowing the headspace of Toby after it's been a year after his games come out, so after like it's got its like first big like huge boom of popularity and stuff. So we're just going to read this before getting into actual anniversary stuff. Retrospective on Undertale's popularity. Though it was...
You're too drunk, bro. Go home.
Bro,
Yeah, you're cut off.
bro, cut me off, bro. Cut me off. Just one more head, Retrospective on Undertale's popularity. Though it was released almost a year ago, I still have the same opinion of it. It's about an 8 out of 10 niche RPG game. If you like the characters and the humor, you'll probably like it, and forgive it for its flaws. If you don't, you'll probably hate it. Surprisingly, there are many people who like this type of game. Though I did work hard, there's definitely a lot of luck involved in having a game become this popular. So it wouldn't surprise me if I never made a game this successful again.
And he never did.
No.
Does he know? Does he know?
Does he know?
That's fine with me, though. Not only did I not expect this level of popularity, but initially I was afraid of it. I didn't want Undertale to become tiring for people, or become spoiled before anyone even got a chance to play it. I want to pop in here, like, I remember this kind of sentiment, where it's like Toby Fox, especially in the early years of Undertale coming out, he said he kind of hopes that Undertale just quietly like dies off in obscurity rather than becoming incredibly popular and turning into this like cesspool of garbage. Which, if you remember the early days of like Undertale fandom and how it was like viewed publicly, it was
horrible.
But it's just interesting again how much stuff has shifted in perspective of Undertale, which we're going to talk about as we go through here. But early on, this was probably excessive. I even tried to contact certain Let's Players to tell them to not make any content about it.
Damn,
I still
bro.
remember that. Yeah. But the game became very popular, unavoidable even. At the height of its popularity, not liking the game felt like a cardinal sin to many fans online. In reaction to these circumstances, others began to actively hate the game, creating an endless whirlwind of discourse. Like a thunderclap to a small dog, all of this attention stressed me out. And every time it seemed to die down, something revived it. Such as the Game Facts contest. If you don't know, I think that was, I think in the year Undertale came out, or the year after, in like 2016 sometime. I think Game Facts made a poll where it was like everybody could vote for it, and it was like, oh, what's the best game of all time? And because Undertale was incredibly popular at this point, it won the poll, and it won over, I think what second place was like Ocarina of Time. So there was a lot of discourse about that, where people were really mad about that. Again, people really
I don't know
don't.
why, bro. That game is terrible. So.
Whoa.
Talking of Time is so bad.
Okay, ego raptor. At times, I wished I had a way to quell the attention. I felt a strange powerlessness and guilt for feeling stressed when the success of the game should be something I'm nothing but ecstatic about. At the same time, countless wonderful things were happening. People told me the game helped them through a difficult part of their life. Others told me that the game had made them laugh or cry or say, I want to be kinder. Many young kids told me they wanted to create games or music based off of it. And on a personal level, because of its popularity, I've been able to help myself and many people in my life. And hopefully in the future, I can help many other people because of it too. So ultimately, it's a good thing that the game reached so many people, and I'm very, 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 very thankful to everyone that supported it and everyone that helped me make it. Thank you. And thank you to anyone who has created fan works for this game over the past year. I've been in fandoms my whole life. I drew cave story characters in the margins of my 7th grade history class notes. So it's amazing to see something I created incite a similar passion in other people. Someday, Undertale will fade from people's minds, but I'm sure in 10 years, some kid who played Undertale will create a game that surpasses it. And I look forward to playing that.
That's Silk Song. I'm kidding.
Tomorrow, on Undertale's anniversary, let's have a fun time. I am thinking I will open the Ask Box and bark. Hashtag Undertale.
Like it. You made a Tumblr account.
No, don't like it.
You know what? Good for you, Toby.
No!
You're number 26,243.
Whoa, look, it's a
Your
Clover
first like.
and Bravery Soul.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I just want to go that because it's like reflecting Toby like after like the game had come out like for a year now. I think it's pretty interesting, especially the perspective of at the time compared to how it is now. But yeah, I just find it really interesting, especially just reflecting. It's like, oh yeah, in 10 years, people will be making games. And it's like, again, especially when you think of stuff like Undertale Yellow and stuff like this, like that has happened. You know, like plenty of people have grown up playing Undertale. 10 years later, now they're like making games like doing exactly what Toby wanted. I think that's
GTA 6.
yeah. Just like some 10-year-old was playing Undertale.
I gotta make a game about this.
You got to like Onion Son. It's like the Danny DeVito gift. Like, I get it. And,
Oh my God.
that person's name was GTA 6.
That person's name was Rockstar Games.
Okay, so now we get to the actual what was for the celebration for the first anniversary, which is Toby saying that today Undertale characters will answer questions. Instructions: for the next short while, you can go to this ask box. Then Undertale characters will answer your favorite questions. Due to the volume of questions, there won't be, they can only answer so many, right? And as a guideline, I think it's easiest to ask a specific character a simple question about their daily lives. Here's a perfect example for a question they might answer. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Please have fun. Once I get enough questions, I will shut the ask box. Questions complete. Wow. Thanks for all the great questions. Sorry we couldn't get to them all. There were simply too many good ones. If you're just coming back to this blog now, here are all the questions in order. So, first question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
Easy. My favorite food is... I have no idea. Sans, is there any food I particularly like?
Beats me.
Oh, well. We'll redo this later.
So, second question. Papyrus, what's your favorite
No.
food?
Okay, time to redo it. My favorite food...
Isn't it spaghetti?
What? No. I just cook spaghetti. I've never eaten it before.
Wait, he never.
Then why do you keep making it?
Because everybody else loves it.
Wait, he never ate
See,
spaghetti.
that is one of
That's
the
a crazy lore drop. What
That's
the
one of the craziest things where it's like everybody, like early fandom, always believes like, oh, Papyrus, he loves spaghetti. He eats it all the time because he always makes it. And then this is one of those things where it's one of those deep lore things where it's like this at the all the way bottom of the iceberg. It's like Papyrus actually doesn't like spaghetti.
I took off my hat, bro. I'm grieving.
Yeah, he doesn't eat spaghetti.
Dude.
Okay, third question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
Yeah, wait, another great question.
No, it's not. It's the same one.
Right, let me rephrase this question. Is a classic of the ages.
Look, if you guys keep asking us this, we're going to start asking the questions.
Okay, ask away.
Hey, Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
Let me think about it.
No, don't think about it.
No fucking
what
way.
are we
This is the
on?
whole
We're on
thing.
fourth? Okay.
That's
Papyrus,
it.
Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
That's it. I'm making up my own questions. Hey, Alfies, what are you and Undyne doing this weekend?
Like, click.
Alfies?
What? Oh, spaghetti. The answer's spaghetti, right?
You're out Metaton now.
What does that sound like again, bro? I don't even remember.
Oh,
Alfies, what are you and Undyne doing this weekend?
Oh. Oh. I mean, if you want, you could come too, I guess.
Can I come too?
Okay.
I'll bring the chips.
Okay, but not the ketchup kind.
Hey, I can't make any promises.
Whatever. See you all this weekend. Anyway, what were you asking, Undyne?
Why are all these people coming to our romantic date?
This is why I never make promises.
For the ketchup chips, bro.
I'm sorry, old lady. Fifth question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
Why, obviously it must be everybody's favorite consumable object, MTT brand Metaton soda, featuring the great taste of me. Made with all natural artificial flavors and chemicals. Savor my flavor, darling. Surgeon General's warning, side effects include shortness of breath, sparkles, and screaming.
Is this the whole fucking Q&A?
I do not know his favorite food, but
Wait, what's the question?
It's the same question.
Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Usually I pack him with a cheese sandwich, an apple, and some milk. Don't forget to cut the sandwich diagonally or into a maze with traps. Oh, remember when you asked me to buy those little pre-made lunch packets? Lunch packs? And I thought they were for Papyrus? Nope, those were for me. You did not even make the little pizza. You ate all the ingredients separately like a goblin. She was laughing. She thought I looked cool. He looked terrible. He kept groaning. Yeah, and you looked great after you drank 3 glasses of wine.
Damn! That's crazy.
It started throwing pizzas at me like frisbees. Leave.
He's cracking that right now. That's crazy.
See, again, this is just another example of Toby Fox after shipping out Undertale on September 15th was like, I forgot to make Toriel an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's important to the lore. Question 7. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? I do not know, but second favorite thing to eat has always been a tea and a biscuit. A little secret is to dip the biscuit into the tea. How do I put this? It's sort of a life hack. It's sort of like a life's hack that will make your tea time epic. How does that sound?
Awesome. It sounds great. All the kids are going to think you're so cool. Right, Alphys?
Well, they certainly, God, I shouldn't have shown them the internet. No way, this is the first year anniversary. Yo, Jacob, you're
Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
Like, Papyrus? Who's that?
Like, I don't know, but do you want to know what my favorite food is, Caddy?
Clam burgers?
Let's just say it's a certain small furry animal.
Oh, a mouse.
Like, bigger than a mouse.
A rat?
Here's a hint. They eat mice.
Oh, snakes. It's snakes.
Like, never mind. I was just trying to make a joke.
Hey, Ratty, do you want to know my favorite food?
What, Caddy?
Being with you.
Oh, really, Caddy?
Nope, it's clam burgers.
Oh, same.
And these two hate each other in Deltarune. Good bit.
Feel that.
Yeah.
It went universal.
Oh my God.
What? Who? Do you honestly expect me to remember every customer that comes in here? Excuse me, I don't recognize that name. My apologies. Oh, by the way, Papyrus, what's your favorite food?
What?
May I instead recommend your fried?
You're fried?
Damn.
I'm fried. Just one more.
Yo,
Yeah,
you cut off, bro. Yo, intervention, bro.
May I instead recommend your friend try our current special? Shocking, flavorful, juicy. It's an omurice in the shape of Mettaton's butt. That's Mettaton's butt.
Yeah.
Very cool burger
You
pants.
freak.
Like, Toby Fox just, like, love burger pants for some reason. He's like, fuck it, let's give him,
I mean, how could you not?
No way, this was the Q&A.
Yeah.
10th question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? What's Papyrus's favorite food? It's that oatmeal with dinosaur eggs, idiot. Hey, why am I the only one who knows the answer to this stupid question?
Wait, so his favorite food is oatmeal with dinosaur eggs?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you remember, what's it called? The very first video
Yeah.
where we talk about Papyrus being an Eggman.
Oh!
His favorite is oatmeal with dinosaur eggs. I think this is fun because it plays into the idea that we already kind of know that Flowey's, like, his favorite Undertale character is Papyrus. Like, he talks about in the neutral endings where he says, like, oh, he's one of the more interesting people. And there's a few other pieces of dialogue that imply that Flowey likes Papyrus a lot. He thinks he's funny. Who doesn't? But, yeah, so it's just funny that Flowey's the only one who actually knows Papyrus' favorite food. So yeah, that's Undertale's first anniversary. Actually, so let's open up the tier list.
I'd say this is us. This was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, S2.
Okay. I think
We have nothing to compare it to.
I guess so, but it's like think about what you guys know about the future anniversaries.
S2.
S tier.
Yeah.
That's on par with Spamton Sweepstakes.
S tier.
See, okay, because I was thinking I was thinking B.
B.
Right? 'Cause I feel like B, it's like it is pretty solid. It is funny, but it's nothing like super substantial. You know, it's just a fun little Q&A.
Okay,
with
but it's
some,
like the
bits.
first one ever, bro. The first one.
Yeah, but I think it's like it's nothing crazy. I think you could maybe argue it goes a bit higher.
I say a low S or a good A.
That's just D tier.
Low
It's
A.
terrible.
Low A. Low A. Low A.
I think B might be fine.
B. Okay, so I think we got two B's. Let's put it in like we'll put it A for now, and then we'll do the rest of them, and then see where we like.
Put
land,
it in
you know?
Clopen.
Next up, we have Undertale second anniversary.
Fun my dinner.
Fund my dinner.
Humans, fun my
500
dinner.
pages.
So we're back on Tumblr. Don't worry, guys. This is the last of Tumblr we're gonna see for today.
Thank
Forever.
God.
We're shutting it down personally.
Hey,
All right, get on with
Yeah,
it, bro. Sorry.
Yep. Fuck.
What's
That's a
up?
new story, you fucking prick.
Whoa.
All right.
You like look away when I'm
I have to retire though.
While you were looking down at the computer, I was doing this. I was like, like tightening it.
We're only on the second anniversary. So, the second anniversary and alarm clock development. So, September 15th, 2017. So, let's hear what Mr. Tobias has to say. Well, it has been 2 years now. Very insightful. I would like to announce that we have started working on an Undertale alarm clock app for iPhone and Android. Me and my friend Chess are working on it in our spare time. Basically, it's a barely functional alarm clock app where a few of the characters from Undertale will set your alarm clock for you. Actually, I highly discourage using it as an alarm clock and take no responsibility for what happens if you do. However, it's not only an alarm clock. You can interact with these characters in some simple ways and read a little bit of dialogue from them. The dialogue is pretty similar to the Q&A in terms of tone. Not very important, but pretty fun. Since it's just a minor project, development is really slow. There is no specific release date. I'd say hopefully 2018, but if it ends up taking way longer, it wouldn't be too shocking. No idea on pricing either. So here's where I reveal the unfortunate truth about the Undertale alarm clock app. It never came out. But if you guys remember, we actually see some more stuff from it later on, potentially in another anniversary. I just want to mention here, it's like, oh yeah, he said hopefully 2018. It's too bad that tobyfox didn't put out anything of note in 2018. Nothing at all. Because there's no Q&A this year, I'll leave you with some snippets of character dialogue from the project behind the cut. Hopefully, you can figure out which character is which. So, I think this one seems like Papyrus. Does Papyrus want to read this string of dialogue?
Sigh. Why can't Sans have a friend? That is just plain normal. Handsome, smart, wears a cool outfit, loves puzzles. Wait a second. I'm that friend. I think I might retire my jog boy outfit. My muscles are getting too big for it. I mean, it keeps shrinking in the wash. And by the wash, I mean when I wear it in the shower. Do you want it? What's your bone size? I'm thinking of writing an autobiography. You know, a story all about my car.
You think he's talking to Baby Bones here?
Yeah.
I was thinking proof cell based on the dialogue, but you know, it's neither here nor there. I'll level with you. I'm not really an alarm guy. Now my brother, he's an alarm fanatic. If you could go over and use his alarm, I'm sure you'd both have a great time. Just a tip. Think we might have another costume party coming up. Wonder what Papyrus should dress as. A clown? A flower? A bunny rabbit? Gotta decide carefully. Whatever it is, he's gonna be wearing it for months. What am I gonna dress up for the party? Oh, you know, the skeleton. That's spooky, right?
Huh? Beehive. Oh, right. Last week, me, Asgore, and Alphys decided to go hiking up in the mountain together. Well, it was actually just me and Asgore who wanted to. I had to drag Alphys outside to disconnect for a bit. Come on, Alphs. You can't sit inside and using your phone all day. You gotta get some exercise. Strain your body. Get punished by the earth. Get thrashed by the wind. Get in a fight with a cloud. Eat the sun. You know, nature stuff. In the end, she still brought her phone anyway, but oh well. Anyhow, partway up the climb, we saw a field of beautiful flowers. Of course, Asgore immediately stuck his face in to smell them, but when he came back up, it was So cute. His beard was stuck full of flowers and pollen. Asgore, pose for the camera, we said. So he gave us a peace sign, and suddenly a wave of bees began flying out of his beard at us.
But yeah, it's interesting. But not as interesting as this next dialogue, which is by Asgore, which is Rudy loved the holidays. So this is kind of crazy. In 2017, there's just Rudy right there. Him talking about Rudy.
He's a knight. Yo, delete the video, bro. We already know the real.
Okay, because like I think this all, again, this is crazy because like and like we just discussed, Deltarune doesn't come out for another year. Now again, as we'll find out, this dialogue is repurposed in the Winter Alarm Clock dialogue, which we're going to see later. But just again, seeing Rudy get talked about so early, and also some parts of this dialogue that gets changed later is going to be very interesting. So let's just get into that. Okay. Rudy loved the holidays. You know, around that time of year, he would put on his glowing red nose and greet me at his house in Snowdon. His daughter and wife welcomed me in. Before we went to dispute our presents, I was his Santa. He was my Rudolph.
You said dispute instead of distribute?
Okay, so I want to put this out. So I think this dialogue is changed because he says his daughter and wife welcoming me in. Now, I think it is particularly interesting because this is 1 year before Deltarune comes out, and he says daughter, not daughters.
Singular daughter.
And actually, okay, so this is where the benefit of making a bunch of these presentations helps out. We're gonna go cross-reference something real quick. So we know that Rudy mentions his daughter in 2017. So we know that Rudy existed with a daughter in 2017, at least in Toby Fox's mind, right? We know that the first sketches of the Fun Gang, which I believe are like these ones, date back to April of 2015. So this is when the same year Undertale. Actually, this is before Undertale even comes out, because Undertale September 2015, and we know Noelle is here. So if we go with the idea that maybe potentially Rudy having two daughters is something that comes later, this means that apparently this close to Deltarune coming out, Des might have not existed as an idea, which I think is particularly interesting, especially if you subscribe to the idea that like Des is the knight, which is obviously a very important character. Which obviously I made a whole video about why I thought that was the case, but I think it's interesting that we know Toby Fox 100% has Rudy, his wife, and a daughter. Let's move on from that the bombshell. Oh, do not worry about me. I'm all right. I have a lot of presents to give out this year, and I think I will invite everyone over for a nice slice of warm fruitcake and a hot cup of elderflower cider. Doesn't that sound nice? So yeah, that's it for the dialogue. Again, I just want to stress on how interesting it is to me that we have with like, 'cause I don't think there was a single person who had any discussion of who this Rudy character was like before Deltarune like came out. You know, we actually met him for the first time. It's just so weird that I think like again, like Rudy is the earliest character like we know about, like we've heard about from like Deltarune, like teasing wise. Where it's like I think the next closest is Susie getting teased in Undertale, but that's not until the Switch version of Deltarune, which isn't a Switch version of Undertale, which I think is it's in 2018. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so technically, if you want to be really serious about this, the first ever character we ever got teased for Deltarune is Rudy, which is so weird. It's probably because he's the knight. Here is concept art I drew for the alarm clock's character screen. Chess wants to clarify she had nothing to do with this drawing. So.
Fund my dinner.
Fund my dinner. Cool. 666.
I thought it said coil. Coil looked cool.
That's right. So if you think that this looks good, that's all I have to offer. And that was all he had to offer because the app never came out.
No!
But
no!
Yeah, that is it for the second anniversary alarm clock development.
D.
Where are we putting this? I think it does get a little bit hindered by the fact that,
nothing happened.
It never came out. But I think, honestly, it maybe makes it more interesting because then this would just be like sneak peeks, but this is like some of our only glimpses into what this app would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is probably like a solid like B or C, right?
Yeah, I'd say C.
Yeah,
C
tier.
Yeah. Again, I think that also makes more sense if we were to have this one down here, but we'll just leave that there for now. Yeah, I think from like a modern day perspective, some of this stuff is interesting, but I think overall it's a pretty alright anniversary. Undertale 3rd anniversary. So for Undertale's 3rd anniversary, Toby Fox made this tweet. Undertale Switch, September 18th, 3 days after its 3rd anniversary. Hey, has it really been almost 3 years? What's up with that?
Can I?
No,
Oh.
because that is it for the 3rd anniversary.
Oh.
Are you fucking
D tier.
Which is also interesting because again, this is August 28th, so he's talking about how it will come out around Undertale's 3rd anniversary. Yeah, I don't think he says anything on the actual anniversary itself this year, so this is all we have to go on, unless my research was bad, and if that is the case, unless there was some big blowout of it's like, oh yeah, it's like the Gaster sweepstakes that I completely missed.
You only find them on the hour 666. And anybody see that hour is to be on military time and also live in Australia.
It's true. But yes, that is it for the 3rd anniversary, as far as I'm aware.
Yo,
So,
S tier.
That's what I was thinking.
S
That's what I was
tier,
thinking.
dude.
But I think D. It's just like
Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened.
Really fucking nothing.
All right, Undertale's 4th anniversary. Tobyfox on the Undertale Deltarune Twitter tweets this: 4 years ago today, Undertale was released for the first time on PC. Thank you everyone for all the support. Because of your passion, all sorts of incredible things have been able to happen, like the Smash Bros. Thing, Lamau. And that is it for the Undertale 4th anniversary.
No!
So this is another just a tweet. It's a little bit more emotion in this one. I think the Smash Bros. Thing happening this year, that is pretty cool, but it doesn't necessarily relate to the anniversary. I guess you could argue that the last one was better because at least it had like some sort of like, oh, something was coming out around the anniversary.
D.
Okay. Sia, I think, do we have any arguments about why the 4th anniversary was
No.
the best one in the whole Pantheon?
No.
You've got something to say. What do you want to say?
What does Pantheon mean?
So you're
Please, bro,
You ever play like Hollow Knight?
Okay. So, Undertale 5th anniversary. This is again obviously the first really big milestone, the 5th anniversary. So there was 2 big things that happened for the 5th anniversary, and the first I think like biggest like most like widely known thing is the Undertale 5th anniversary concert. So this was a full orchestra going through a majority of the like the OC of the game, played in a full orchestra setting, and it was really awesome. I think it is like 3
Oh,
damn.
We're watching the whole thing.
I don't
alright?
think we're watching the whole
Strap
thing.
in.
As much as okay, to be
Where's
fair,
Megalovania?
the first like 40 minutes is just kind of like filler stuff. Okay, so yeah, the beginning of it is just kind of like the characters are getting ready for the orchestra. There's some fun dialogue here. I don't think it's super important to watch it, but yeah, let's just click around, listen to some stuff. Dude, Undertale.
Do run,
song.
do run, please do run.
Actually, here we go.
He hates you. He hates you.
No!
Dance. Do spider dance.
Do fucking run, you
Okay,
son of a bitch.
run, sure.
This is like your favorite song on it, right?
Bone Trozo. Bone Trout.
Yeah, I know they're getting fucking lit in this audience. Man.
Yeah.
Wait, Sonic Symphony.
No.
That one was good. I saw that live.
Okay. Look.
Yo, what the fuck is your problem?
Dude, I feel like this is like a sleeper hit on like the OST.
Yeah.
Like no one talks about it, but
Yeah.
Or fucking Ghost Fight, bro. That shit had me like shaking in crazy style when I hear that shit.
yeah. Also, messed up. No another medium. We do have core, but let's do Spider.
In the
Yeah, wait, peek.
Oh,
We gotta
okay.
hear
Oh
this
my
one.
god.
God, I
Come
love
on,
Spider
bro.
Dance, bro. Spider Dance is the best song. Listen.
Bro, come on, bro.
That shit's beautiful, bro. I'm looking crying, bro.
Yo, if I was in the stands, I'd be crying, but you know the one like Peter Griffin?
Yeah, I was thinking
Alright, guys.
What's Undertale?
Like, come on, bro. Dude, again, I think also just like this has got to be one of the best songs of the
Yeah.
soundtrack. It's just like, again, when the Deltarune OST Deltarune happens,
Oh my
that's
god.
gonna be crazy, bro.
This is when you like when you explain the house and they're telling you the
Yeah.
lore, right? Yeah.
To Laura, Kara, and Azrael. All right, but then, bro, then
Bergen shrugging it.
we're on full street. We're listening to the whole one for this one.
Fingers in
Driving in my car, I'd never be in the way I bump. It's like a beer.
It's true.
DUI, how about you die?
Dude, it's funny how many like memes there are associated with the song. but also just how beautiful it is.
Yeah, like the actual song.
Yeah, no, this song is amazing.
Come on. Most definitely in his ass. The pinky and the thumb in his ass till his butthole goes numb.
He likes it in his ass. He likes
This song is so good, bro. Oh my, wait.
in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin the heartache part, man.
Sounds
So they
like
did a
some, like
lot.
Final Fantasy music, or like Kingdom Hearts.
This is horrible, bro.
This was scary as fuck.
God, I know people are leaving the audience, bro.
This
We're
shit,
gonna-
it really sounds like One Winged Angel, bro. Like,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it later. But again, Jacob, you didn't know anything about Undertale.
Yeah.
You didn't have any of the spoilers. So like the idea of seeing Omega Flowey for the first
oh my
time.
god, bro.
Because like I can't like.
No,
even
I got
describe,
scared
like,
shitless.
bro, how could you not, bro?
No, like I even knew it was coming to happen, and then like my game crashed. Like I'm not playing it again.
We gotta do finale. We gotta get serious, bro. It's just so crazy, just like how like Toby Fox is able to take like a theme as like silly sounding as like your best friend, and make it into like this, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Just like
Bro, the first time I saw like the actual like pacifist ending for fucking Undertale, I started crying, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And then his theme in the background on the bells, bro.
Yo, what's it called? One thing I like is the parallels to the last song. It's just like very doom and gloom, like everything's fucked up. This shit just like inspires.
But
you.
yeah, I got the soul, and it's like Flowey's defense drops to 0, and you're
Yeah.
fighting him. And
Yeah.
then this.
I think that's the drums in the background.
This might be a good game or something. I don't know.
That drums in the background is probably like it gets me like bumping, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get to Hopes and Dreams, I might have to low-key pull out a guitar.
Wait, also, dude, also low-key sleeper hit on the soundtrack and ending. This is like one of my favorite songs. Like nobody like really talks about it. It's like the neutral ending theme. It's just so like beautiful, bro. Like when it gets to, like the part. I just love this song, bro. Yeah, this is like my top 5.
Yeah.
Don't even joke, lad. Don't even joke.
Oh, peak. Holy peak.
I just want to talk. I think like Hopes and Dreams is got to be like top 5 like Toby Fox songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I know it's not like a hot take, but just like man, I can't wait until we get like the Deltarune equivalent of like Hopes and Dreams.
Oh
you know?
my god!
'Cause I just like, and it'll be Penumbra Phantasm, and it'll be the best song of all time.
And this is Steam playing on.
This is when you're talking to Azrael after the
Right. See, I'm stupid. I don't know why I thought his thing was like Gaster for a second. Like the his was.
Well, I mean, you know what?
When I gotta
I'm
get-
proud of you. That's a good observation. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, what if we get like a her theme and it's like Des, because like Des is kind of like the Azrael equivalent in
That'd be crazy.
Undertale,
Oh,
or like
yeah.
their theme and it's like that's what Chris's theme is. I feel like that'd be super cool.
I gotta take off my hat for this, bro. It's beautiful.
Like it's a national anthem.
Gershon.
Man, I should
Yeah,
read you
yeah,
the genocide
yeah.
route real quick.
All right, and let's listen to this for like a few seconds.
Harnia.
Yo, hitting that shit.
Yeah, bro.
What's this one?
I don't know. Some bullshit ass song.
Oh, this is from the Earthbound Halloween. This is Dr. Andonuts' theme.
Oh, this is like that Easter egg song you play in Deltarune on the piano. Do they realize what they're playing right now,
Bro,
bro?
if I heard this like in person, I would have like twirled my clothes off, bro.
Dude, I think it's just like one of those things we all got to confront is like, all the the memes and the jokes or whatever. It's just like, it is just a banger. Like you can't deny it.
I think that's like what makes the memes a lot funnier to me. It's just the fact that the song is like good.
Yeah. Now I think we'll just let Megalovania play here for a bit. I just want to talk about just like the general like after this came out, because I think it's interesting looking at this from like the lens of like, again, like the time like when this came out. Because again, the way Undertale is viewed, I think like in like popular culture is a lot different now in 2025 than it was in like 2020 when this came out. You know,
Yeah.
because I feel like Undertale again for a few years now at this point, like and like we've talked about, it wasn't very cool thing to like it. In fact, it was very popular to hate on it because it was very popular, and so we'll talk about it. But it's one of those things where it's like it wasn't as like respected as it is now, and I feel like honestly this like anniversary concert kind of felt like the turning point, because I remember after this like came out, there were just so many people online talking to us like, man, I forgot how good Undertale like actually was, you know? Like it was kind of, we were kind of cutting through like all the fog of all just, you know, the baking, sewing needles into cookies and like stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, like underneath all like and Undertale for a time was kind of just seen as like the meme game, you know, with like Megalovania in it. It stands and has cringe fans, but it's like, again, it's a lot more respected now, and I feel like this was the turning point of that. And just like, it was just really cool seeing all people like talk about Undertale in such a positive light after so long. Has been, honestly, it felt very similar to, again, we saw the Sonic Symphony, where I remember when that came out, it was a lot of people just like, I think like nothing other like music just gets people together in this like a kind of way, because it's like irregardless of like, and like let's say like Sonic, like how good the games even are, it's like you can like value the music and like enjoy it, and it just kind of brings people together, you know. And I feel like a similar thing happened with Undertale, where it was just like everybody realizing like, oh yeah, Megalovania is a banger. This game just actually was really good the whole time, despite everything.
Despite everything, it's still peak.
Despite everything,
everything.
it's still peak. Yeah, I think I'm yapping here, but I just like, I don't know. It was just a very interesting time when this came out.
It only took 5 years.
Yeah. For people putting some respect
Yeah,
on that.
is there any
I never forsake my faith.
Yeah. Undertale truthers to the day. Enough start menu. Okay, so
Just one note.
that was the big thing for the 5th anniversary, and that was pretty awesome.
I wonder what's gonna happen. That's it.
Well, okay, the thing is, we're not done with the 5th anniversary.
Uh-oh.
We have another huge thing to go over.
Is it the foam image?
So, Undertale 5th
Yeah, I remember
anniversary
this.
alarm clock winter dialogue. So we talked about this briefly, discussing some of the Kara stuff in the last one. We didn't go over everything, because it would take too long in that video. But we've got all the time in the world in this video, because we're not talking for 4 hours about, you know, oh guys, who do you think Mike is? Like, people thought it would be the TV, but it's starting to seem like it won't be the TV. So yeah, for the 5th anniversary, I'll just read what he says here. The dialogue on this page was originally intended to debut in the Undertale Alarm Clock, an app that would have served as a vehicle for various humorous monologues from the characters. Development on the app is halted due to various circumstances, including asking the developer to help with the development of Deltarune instead. I know a lot of people are very sad that they're doing more Deltarune stuff instead of the alarm clock, but you know.
Why?
So rather than have this dialogue gather dust, I have taken an excerpt and rewritten it for display here. As always, it's recommended you don't read the dialogue until you've completed Undertale.
Can I pick one?
No.
I
Yeah,
think
read the dog.
This app sucks.
Oriole.
Tutorial. So yeah, this is winter. So again, this is the dialogue that would be playing in winter for the alarm clock. The most wonderful thing about winter. Oh, it has to be coming home at night with the snow still sparkling. Getting out of the cold into a warm, warm house, which is still freezing because a dog is sleeping on the vent. Ah, well, that is what fire magic is for. Also, yeah, if you just to establish again, this is taking place post True Path Ascending with all the monsters on the surface, so not Deltarune.
Yeah.
Okay, so fire magic is for, which you can tell because I have magic.
Oh.
Not Tori can just do that.
Whoa, you do that to a dog? Leave. I want to knit something for all my friends. Thin muffs for Undine, a tail warmer for Alphys, a horrible ugly sweater for Sans, mittens for Papyrus. That, I suppose, he can just wear over his gloves. Oh, Sans is just terrible during the wintertime. There was this evil thing he did recently. He intentionally stood outside in the cold until his bones were absolutely chilled. Then he said, Tori, can we talk about something? So I leaned down to listen to him, and he just put his horrible freezing hands right on my face. I'm going to start pouring hot water on him before I let him in. The winter party? Oh, ha 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 ha. Aha. We will not discuss this.
Back.
Back.
Oh, I thought she said that. I'm
Master
kidding.
Luke.
My favorite. Not my favorite.
Oh, I like winter. You can go out to a great big field where it's all quiet and let snow fall right through you until you're buried deep in a snowbank.
That's so great.
To buried deep in a snowbank grave. I wouldn't do that if you aren't a ghost.
It is really funny. He's looking at this dialogue and the big ass triangle hat in my way.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's just already what it looks like.
No, what are you talking about?
When it gets freezing outside, I'm feeling a little melancholy. Sometimes I like to have a cry and watch my tears turn into beautiful ice crystals. Oh, sometimes it's so beautiful, it just makes me cry even more.
Damn, bro.
Mettaton wants to hire me for a ski resort. crying to ice up the slopes with my tears. Oh, I always wanted to do that. Papyrus.
Damn.
Winter? Now that's my time of year. As in, it's essentially default to me. So it doesn't really excite me that much. But this year was very special. We were able to put on a big holiday celebration for all our friends. All sorts of people came to the party bearing gifts. For example, Undyne and Alfie's bought a pair of treats. Undyne bought a container of her famous spaghetti, which, when it opened, seemed to only contain flames. And Alfie's bought a cookie tin, containing a small fire extinguisher to wash it down with. Much merriment was had, gathered around the television, watching seasonal specials like Mettaton Saves Santa Claus and Mettaton the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I noticed Asgore getting teary as he watched.
Okay, I just want to mention that one because I remember first reading that dialogue. It's like, oh, that's so funny. Asgore's crying over a TV special,
No,
and then I realized, oh,
The reindeer.
the red-nosed reindeer, huh?
My Rudolph.
He must have been stunned by the raw emotional beauty of the 30-minute long dance party in the middle of every movie. As the night progressed, Mrs. Toriel got very rowdy. I think she had too much eggnog. She started drawing hair on my brother's head with a marker and singing holiday songs very loud, but replacing the lyrics with cursed words. She kept trying to get Alfie's to sing with her, holding her little yellow arms and waving them back and forth. We ended up locking her in the garage where she fell asleep. She looked kind of bad just laying there, so I put a cloth over her and some candelabras?
Candelabras.
Candelabras?
Yeah.
At the end of the night, Sans was curled up on the couch, sleeping in his clothes, as usual. Come on, Sans, you don't even have a blanket. It's dishonorable to sleep without a blanket. But he didn't hear me, so I had to put a blanket on him myself. Sigh. Pathetic, isn't it? A grown man getting tucked in without even telling me a bedtime story. What a mess. Bottles and confetti everywhere, broken eggs and spears on the floor. One of Mettaton's legs lost in the confusion. Sans had better help me clean this. I had half a mind to wake him up. But seeing Sans sleeping so soundly made me think. He never said so, but I think he was happy to celebrate the holidays with so many friends. I can't remember the last time he was able to do that. Maybe after a day like this, he was having a nice dream. So I let him sleep. But he better not expect me to clean up by myself next time. That good dream was my present to him. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this particular dialogue is very interesting. Just like Papyrus having this kind of like actual like serious moment a little bit with Sans, like talking about it's like, oh yeah, it's like we can't remember the last time Sans was able to like just sleep and like be happy, which I think is honestly some like really interesting like post like canon like development for Sans that he is eventually able to start like living and like not being nihilistic and decide to like let himself be happy, which he wasn't able to do before, which is just like that's just so interesting. And it's just interesting how much like actual like lore stuff we get through these funny like joke like dialogue stuff. But yeah, I think I honestly hope we get more of whatever unused dialogue it has, because I wonder how much more even like interesting stuff that in this summer, spring, all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Sans being happy, that's crazy. Speaking of
It's like Doomguy.
winter school, huh? Well, that's putting it mildly. This winter, Papyrus threw a holiday party for everyone. He pretty much set up everything himself. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of him. All I helped with was deboning the food.
Yeah.
So I removed the bones, put in the cake, the salsa, the guac dip, the punch, oh yeah, he even made a welcoming puzzle for the party. A giant labyrinth of ice, snow, and musical ornaments. To baffle and confound his friends with holiday cheer. You had to get through it to get to the front door. I think Asgore got lost in there for a while. Undyne had to go save him. She found him huddled around a homemade fire, eating a fruitcake like it was an
MRE.
MRE.
an MRE. I think everyone else kind of came through the back door. I wonder if they went through the back door and they passed by like the lab and Sam's like, just don't notice that. Don't look at that. I'm not gonna lie, the party was kind of a mess. But isn't that nice? Starting something's half the deal.
Okay.
Nothing happens if you don't reach for the stars. Or at least that's what he's always saying, constantly. trying to wash his hands in his giant sink.
Oh, this is a-
The giant
Yeah.
sink in the...
I'm not a really huge fan of winter. The days getting shorter is a huge letdown. Plus, when I get too cold, I tend to start moving and talking in slow motion. Fortunately,
Sound like
this
engine.
winter- I had a brand new, extremely efficient space heater. I made a nice space to put the heater in too. I put it in the hole in the floor and put a table over it. I covered the table with a blanket to the floor. It's really nice putting your legs underneath. What's more, the heat tends to attract cute kitties. And by that, I mean I found a caddy sleeping under there. I didn't even invite her over. He said something like, "Hey, Alfies, like, don't worry, I got you an orange." But it was just a peel. She ate all the oranges. She had to get her stomach pumped. Cats can eat oranges.
I know some people have looked into this like, okay, so biologically they can get there. Like, there people are looking into this, like the shit and piss theory people. Like,
human heart transplant.
Yeah.
The next day, I heard dance music coming from under the table with colorful flashing lights. Sound like there was a crowd under there. I tried to sit with my legs under like normal, but someone came out and asked me if I was on the VIP list. Actually, maybe I'll just use a fireplace next year.
Space heater. She means moi. While she was performing her regular repairs on me, she installed modifications on my rectangular form to allow me to exceed my normal hotness, and then begged me to hang around under her table. Well. Who am I to refuse my biggest fan? But don't think being under a table means the show won't go on, darling.
Under was so cute at the party, wearing the special Mew Mew cat ear earmuffs I gave her. And then I don't like singing outside of karaoke, but if she ever even hears a single verse, she can't help but join in. She's not great at staying in tune, but she puts her heart into it, and that's music to my ears. She also makes it a contest to sing the loudest. Between her and Torio singing carols, it gets pretty loud. That was one of the best things that made her we don't have to discuss this. Yo, I love Alfies, bro.
I love how like all these different ones are like alluding towards like like Toriel like being too much. It's like, we don't talk about what Toriel did in the party.
It's like a CIA document, like all blacked out. House looking barren. Tired of tacky tinsel. Why top your tree with a 5-pointed star when you could top your tree with a TV star? Try MTT band holiday ornament. MTT brand ornament will rotate and dance. MTT brand ornament will speak several poorly digitized phrases. Warning. I'm just gonna start saying Mettaton. Mettaton brand ornament may destroy other ornaments just out of jealousy. Warning, do not antagonize Mettaton brand ornament. Warning, if Mettaton brand ornament escapes, call the authorities immediately.
You gotta do the oh yes.
Yeah. Papyrus's holiday party? Oh, yes. I was just offering to Miss Toriel a sample of my Mettaton brand super adult winter eggnog when, out of the corner of my optical sockets, I spied a certain pink-haired hussy in the kitchen, uninvited, pouring Blookie a cup of ghost juice in the most unrefined manner, and generally making an incorporeal mess all over the floor. Oh, my stars! Look, darling, if you can't properly lift a teacup delicately with the tip of your high-heeled boots, then just turn 360 degrees and walk directly out of your front door. I'm sure you'll have a better time in the mime maze. Then, oh my, she had the absolute robotic gall to challenge me to a chainsaw duel. Please, darling, I would never engage in such barbaric activity if it's not being recorded. But still, she escalated the situation, pouring ghost juice into my smile sensors, and it wasn't even a flavor I liked. Not that I know anything about ghost flavors. The situation had gone flipsy-dipsy, darling. So we decided to settle things as responsible adults, with bombs and various bullets, you know. I ended up so dazzled by my own moves, I can hardly recall the details of the event. But I remember Alfie's and Undyne peeling us off the floor, my head lying on Alfie's extremely small knee. Where's bathtub look? I asked.
Stop pretending to die dramatically. They left.
They left. Why? I asked, dying dramatically.
They don't like fighting.
Mew Mew and I looked outside, our hands conspicuously close on the window pane. Blookie was out there crying, tears forming into beautiful ice crystals. I felt a strange feeling, two of them. One, a pang of regret, and two, I bet it would be really popular if they could cry up ice for my ski resort. Alphys went back to the living room with Undyne, leaving Mew Mew and I alone in the kitchen. Undyne, she sure is happy with Alphys, huh, Mew? She said, forcing a smile. Yes, and Alphys sure is happy with Undyne, I said with a dazzling grin. And so we stood there in silence, drinking ghost juice that neither of us could taste.
That one's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's if you didn't realize it from Mettaton saying it out loud, it's Mettaton talking with Mad Mew Mew, who was the Mad Dummy, but then transitioned. And it is kind of interesting them talking about it because I think it is implied that Mettaton, Mad Dummy and Absolute, both of his cousins, don't know that Mettaton is their ghost cousin, and so it's Mettaton kind of saying, "Oh yeah," it's like a pang of regret because like they don't know, and then also this sort of reflecting because it's like. It's implied that Mad Mew has a crush on Undyne, and it's also implied that Mettaton has a crush on Alphys. So they're both kind of relating. It's like, oh, both of them are gone now.
Drinking ghost juice.
And they're both drinking ghost juice. Neither of them could taste because neither of them,
Yeah,
they both bonded to a body, so they can't be ghosts anymore.
Yeah, this one's kind of sad.
It's a little sad. But hey, they both get to be in the bodies that they like.
Yeah.
So. All right, Undyne.
I'll
Ready
be
to
back
read
up.
more?
Yes. My favorite thing about winter? It's gotta be winter sports. Snow wrestling, snow baseball, snow football, and of course, snow hockey. The last match we all played was unforgettable. Me, Asgore, and Sans versus Alphys, Toriel, and Papyrus. Action, betrayal, teamwork. It could have been a movie. Oh, it's me again.
Yeah.
A disaster movie, maybe. Hey, what the heck are you doing in my monologue? I was the referee, darling. Ref? All you did was sit on the side in a super tall chair, taking selfies with giant sunglasses on. I can't help it, the sun sparkling off the ice highlights my natural beauty. Natural? Anyway, it was a great match. Everyone had a blast. Alphys was running from you and yelling the whole time. You got attacked with a person with the puck, which got accidentally stuck to her stick from the cold. Really? I thought she was just playing really well. Bursting from the ice like a shark didn't help her either. Look, I wanted her on my team, but Papyrus chose her first.
Don't worry, Alphys. I won't let you get picked last.
I was going to pick her, Papyrus. I was going to. Speaking of Papyrus, he was on me the whole match. Almost literally. He kept tackling me the whole time. But he put on so much protective gear, he just bounced off me with a noise like a squeaky toy. When he did get the puck, he just passed it back to Alphys. Except for once, when he passed it to Sans, because he forgot they weren't on the same team. Sans gave it back, though. Sans! That's right, I was playing with a handicap too, My teammates were barely playing. Toriel and Sans just stood at the corner of the center of the ice, slapping their... Oh, my. Whoa! Slapping their hockey sticks together over and over, saying stuff like, "Is this how you play? Is this how you play?" While pretending not to understand the rules. Meanwhile, my other teammate, Asgore, ended up falling into a fishing hole in the lake.
Imagine like
Wait.
No! There wasn't a lake. I just said that. There was no lake.
Okay.
Getting his leg stuck inside. I was so into the game, I didn't notice, and he didn't really say anything, so... Anyway, I pulled him out eventually. Only to discover some king had been written on his behind in magic markers.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
What do you think did it?
That's Sans, of course.
Eventually, Al's got a headache and had to take a break to watch Mew Mew's virtual streamer event. So I decided to swap teams around, something more fair. Everyone against me. They agreed.
We will not lose, Undyne. We'll show you the power of love and hockey.
Papyrus rallied his team together for a huddle to discuss strategies. Or so they thought. Ha! You left yourselves open. I knocked everyone down like bowling pins and scored repeatedly. The game timer reached the 3/4 point in a flash. 77 points to 0. You thought you could win? I laughed at everyone's face individually while flexing. Then Papyrus looked dejected.
Power of love wasn't enough.
Damn it. Papyrus, I went too far. I was about to apologize to him when suddenly Sans scored a goal behind me. Then he went over to Alfie's humming and did some kind of finger-pointy, arm-crossy dance. Alfie's pushed him away and told him to stop being cringe culture.
Sans canonically did the default dance.
Then Papyrus had the puck. I was gonna steal it when Toriel tackled me from the side, letting him score. You got guts, old lady. Though it wasn't too bad being pinned by something so fluffy. And so it kept going. Toriel tackling, the puck suddenly disappearing, Papyrus scoring, Sans dancing, Alphys and Asgore watching videos. Wait, even Alphys scored at one point. Alphys, I thought you weren't playing.
I just want to know what it felt like.
Finally, only a few minutes left in the match. 100 to 99. Bite your nails. Bite your fins. It was all down to this as we squared off on the ice. Then a little white dog showed up and stole the puck. Nobody could catch the damn little thing. And then they're running in circles, jittering in and out of the goal, racking up hundreds of points. Eventually, it dropped the puck in front of Papyrus, wagging its tail. And I smashed it into the sky. The puck, I mean. The dog jumped after it, up into the light of the sun, and never came down. Our final score, 100 to 99 to 255. Winner, dog. How does that even count? So nobody won? What the hell was the point of all that struggle? Everything seemed lost until Toriel took out a thermos and poured everyone some warm alphabet soup. You know, relaxing on a snowy blanket next to the heater, drinking homemade soup together after a tough match, kind of makes you feel like everyone's a winner, right? Psych! Screw that dog! I won! I totally won! Did you just call me did you just call me the heater?
Oh, I drank some too, even though it passed through me. It was a little warm. But best of all, there was a special message on the bottom of the alphabet soup. One that made me tear up. It was the lyrics of my favorite holiday song. Ooh. But yeah, that's the Undyne one. I feel like this was like the big one, and it's just really fun just getting to read just like fluff, like fun stuff with like seeing the guys on the surface.
Golly, the best part about winter, probably the beautiful white snow blanketing the ground, completely indistinguishable from the dust of your friends. Huh? What do I want this year? When you grow up, you stop wanting things for the holidays. Besides, even if you bought me, say, a bike, where would I even put it? And how would I even ride it? It'd be a complete waste of everybody's time. A red bike with a golden basket. It'd be completely useless. You hear me? Useless.
I wanted to say, I really love the bit where it's like, Flamir's like, yeah, when you grow up, you don't want anything for the holidays. It's like, I want a red bike with a golden basket.
This ribbon? Who cares who gave it to me? I haven't lost the right to be snug, have I? You're jealous. Golly, that's right. The party. They left her there, abandoned her in the garage to rot in the cold. Her mind burnt to nothing from all that merrymaking. To think she's made so many friends. They're lucky they never saw her in the ruins, living in loneliness, waiting for someone to fall down at her very worst, even forgetting to eat or sleep. Pathetic. I remember finding her and laughing at how miserable she looked, splayed out on the ground in weakness. Guardian of the ruins? Ha! You can't even take care of yourself. And then, I don't know why, but with half-closed eyes, she touched my face and said, Asriel, I'll never let you go again. And fell asleep. Idiot. Can't even take care of yourself.
Get fucked up.
Yeah, I know we read it like the last time, but just like, no need to do some analysis. Just like, man.
Like, you know, bro.
Why, yes, there was a time in the ruins when I had fallen asleep on the floor. How did you know that? The strangest thing was that when I woke up, I was in bed and there was a glass of water next to me. I always assumed I had forgotten to get up, but a long time ago, I knew someone that always filled up their glass, so the liquid was just peeking over the brim. It was the most efficient way to fill it, they said, regardless of how thirsty they were. Because of that, my son started doing it too, and there were a lot of spills in the house. In the ruins, that time, the glass was full, just like that. And recently, when I woke up after the party, the glass next to me was too.
Wait, who did that?
So, let's just get the basics out of the way. So the person that Toriel knew a long time ago, who filled their glass all the way, it's Kara. Again, it can't be Asriel because then Toriel says, "Oh, my son started doing it to mimic." Again, assumably Kara, because Kara's whole thing about the maximum and like wanting like completeness. So it's like you can't get hurt, like emotional invulnerability, all that stuff. So that's Kara. So we're getting Kara lore. And again, like I said in the last time we went over all this stuff, that was crazy. I legitimately could not believe it.
The fucking alarm clock that never
Yeah.
came out, bro.
Asgore.
Snore.
Actually, I think we've went over pretty much like all of this stuff. 'Cause again,
Yeah, actually.
we talked about the Santa Claus stuff in the Asgore video. We talked about the other stuff.
When you go to the top, it just says "I like Santa Claus." Like, man, that's it. I like Santa Claus.
Back.
I like Santa Claus. He's a nice old man that never changes. No matter how cruel everything gets, he laughs calmly and comforts the people of the world. Don't you think he's a bit like a superhero? Like the Chapter 5 Dark Lord. To tell you the truth, I was never an excellent leader, but I think I might be a nice Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho! Though I cannot fit inside the chimney. Last time I tried, I got stuck. They ended up drawing a face on my behind. Gee willikers.
Yeah, it's the second time, bro. They draw something on his
They
ass.
just keep doing that shit.
I love his butt, bro.
It's the one gift.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming full circle here. Rudy loved the holidays, Around that time of year, he'd put on his glowing red nose, and we'd walk into the night together, placing presents side by side in the snow. I was his Santa. He was my Rudolph. So yeah, that is interesting. They cut out the line where it says, "Oh, greeted by his daughter and wife." So that's interesting.
Because they all got snow grapes. Oh my god.
I can still hear him tapping on his door frame, saying, "Don't forget the mistletoe, big guy," as I walk into his snowed-in cottage, with a warm slice of fruitcake on the table, his youngest daughter peeking shyly from around the corner.
That means there's two of them.
Now it's like 15 of them.
That could also mean it. Chester.
New Year's Eve, like from the one video we For a little while, it was like another home. I knew him for a long time. Even when I first met him at Hotland University, he always called me Big Guy. As time passed, one day, he started looking older than I. I remembered him saying, "Guess I have to call you Little Guy now, huh?" Then he paused and said, "Nah, he'll always be Big Guy to me. You want to know why?" I asked him why. "Because, Gory, you're bigger than me, stupid." Then he just kept laughing. "Physically bigger, idiot." What a funny man. I was there for all of it. His youth, his marriage, his fatherhood. Then suddenly, one day, he fell down. "Rudy, I was never able to show you the sun."
That's great.
But Rudy would be happy to see our world today. His daughters get to grow up in the sunlight. The youngest one has such a kind face. I think she'll make many new friends. Isn't that nice?
Asgore, the heck are you standing alone in the cold?
I finished putting out all the presents. Not much for me to do. Not much for me to do now, I'm afraid.
What? Are you kidding? Come on, we're about to light up the tree.
Oh, of course. Golly, it's quite a large one this year. Oh,
Yeah. I smashed a few together to make a super tree.
Super tree?
Look, Asgore, matching red scarves.
Matching? With who?
Me and my... Where'd he go?
Like,
It's Flowey, who made
Yeah.
Papyrus the Ribbon. All right, everyone. Time to flip the switch.
3, 2, 1. Lights on.
Oh, how wonderful.
This tree. It's beautiful.
Yeah. There's even a decorated one with lights over there.
Wow. That tree is oh, so beautiful.
Here, everyone, a cup of warm soup. Whoa, you really filled it up, huh? Of course, it's more efficient that way. It is, isn't it?
Hey everyone, let's sing carols.
Oh, shall we?
Don't forget the star at the top of the tree.
Oh, it's a winter miracle.
Get down from there!
Mew Mew, cue the dance music.
How the heck can we sing carols to this?
No way to know if you don't try. Then shall we?
I think you get the original lyrics right anyway.
Undyne, we'll show you the power of winter.
Hey, I'm on your side.
Ho ho ho! What a wonderful winter.
Bastard! Oh. Oh.
Holy fuck!
That's the other holiday.
Wait,
September.
this month? September. Did nobody notice it was September?
You know, got lobotomized at the
Brought that eggnog, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the inexplicably lore-rich Winter Alarm Clock dialogue.
Triple S tier.
So yeah, that is and some crazy stuff. Carol lore, Flowey lore, attributes, just like everything. It's like pretty much like every character gets like something interesting. It's like it is really crazy, and it may have taken like 12 hours.
Bless you.
He's sneezing. He has a peak allergy. So guys,
That's S, man.
S.
I think
S
pretty
tier.
easily.
Yeah.
S.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
put the
one.
symphony. They did great. Oh wait, no, they both. It was,
That's
wait, it was both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
So it is kind of really
Loaded,
good.
yeah.
Really good.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was 1 year, bro.
That was 1 year.
No, it was like 7 years, bro.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 years.
All right.
You're actually getting killed for that one. Audience, vote on the poll when we should kill Josh.
All right. You want to know what I want right after that really big, really rich anniversary? Another really big one. So,
fuck.
for Undertale's 6th anniversary, they hosted a live stream on the Fangamer YouTube called Undertale 6th Anniversary. So we played Deltarune Chapter 1 for some reason. This is 4 hours long.
Damn!
All right, get ready, guys.
I think we'll
Spam
probably
song.
skip around a bit. In general, it's just basically like a normal playthrough of Chapter 1 with the Fangamer guys and also Toby there doing text-to-speech voice, talking about the game, showing some concept art, doing some funny bits. Also, some stuff in the game has changed. We're going to look around and see some of that, but we're not going to look at everything because it's just like, it's not as important. I heavily suggest if you want to, watch this on your own time. It's very fun and interesting and all that. But actually, one of the more interesting things is before it started, there's some music in the wait time for the stream to actually start, and we actually get some unused music here. So let's check out some of that. Oh, this is interesting. So tobyfox talks about some, I might turn this down actually a bit. Some rare dialogue that's only in the Xbox version of the game, during the whole Sands Casino thing, and he mentions that there's special dialogue, but it's difficult to do, so no one ever posted it online. So he puts it here, and it is notable that for Toby is specifically calling to mention this dialogue, considering one of them is talking about the antler girl and her big sis, who I think is probably talking about
Maybe.
Giftron and Chester.
And this would be an Undertale, right?
The voice
Yeah.
he did, Giftron and Chester.
This is Undertale Sans talking.
Yeah.
Because we know that Des and Noelle both, and Rudy and ostensibly Carol also exist in Undertale. And it is interesting that in Undertale, Rudy dies of whatever's illness or like falling down or
Died
whatever.
of ball fart.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I think it is interesting that Des seems to be perfectly fine in the Undertale universe. So maybe it's some external fate stuff meddling with
Shouldn't
Des.
be no
and,
jasters.
yeah. No jasters to jaster her up.
They didn't go down the hallway with the 1 in 10 chance.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have followed the tail of hell that took Crawl.
Scrapped version of School. He says that he actually really likes this, but he didn't use it because he was worried about overusing the Don't Forget motif. So he decided to make a song based off of the town theme and use it for the school. Interesting. There's originally supposed to be a theme for the checkerboard area in the card castle, but he figured that it would actually have the opposite of effect of it making it seem more important by having its own theme, considering how kind of like not important and it would almost seem underwhelming. It has its own theme and it's just like a few hallways.
Yeah.
Different version of the legend, which was pretty good too, but the intro had the wrong atmosphere. I'll take your word for it, Tobias. Okay, so... Oh, okay, actually. So this one's really interesting. So Fountain unused. I actually really liked the song and wanted to use it to introduce a leitmotif, but I ended up using a more evocative song, with a different motif. I'll try to make an excuse to use a song in the game somewhere. So Fountain song being got replaced in the main game by The Holy, which is the song that plays when you're by a fountain, which is interesting because he said, oh, I replaced the leitmotif here with a different one, which assumedly the leitmotif he changed to is the one that everybody kind of hallucinates Penumbra Phantasm being in it, where it's so it's interesting that he specifically changed to that, like it was a decision to change to that motif.
Mhm.
And he says that apparently the song might get used later, or he wants to find an excuse to use it. So us from 2 videos ago were like, oh, and that's all the songs that are going to be in the future of Deltarune. Technically, we could put this one here because it might get reused. Okay, so this one is, I think, probably the most interesting of the scrap tracks we got from this, which is Game Main Theme Piano Sketch. Now, if you notice, this song sounds really similar to the trailer music for Chapter 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he says here, the arrangement is really early, but I created this thinking of an animated intro for the game, which is kind of what we got in the trailer. Similar to Wild Arms, I still see it in my head when I listen to the song. The best part would have been at the end when everyone is running up the staircase as all the silhouettes of the bosses from all the chapters show up, and the knight, standing in a white door at the top of the stairs, turns around and looks down at them. So, okay, let's talk about that. So, Again, this is chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even have chapter 2 yet. So I think referring to the knight in this way was kind of crazy because it was one of the only crumbs we ever got of the knight, and this was one thing that many people used to debunk Chris Knight, where they're saying like, oh, how could Fun Gang be running up the stairs and then Chris, who is the knight, be on the stairs too?
Pretty impressive ventriloquism.
Yeah, I think it was. I always used the argument of like, and I saw other people saying this too. Is like that's such like, and I think I even said it in one of the videos. It's such like an anime trope of like, oh, you're running and then you see like the alternate like version of yourself or whatever. It was like, I think that could still work. Obviously, I think we know what the knight might have looked like in that now. But honestly, I think one of the biggest things that I find fascinating that I think nobody brings up anymore because everyone always talked about this in relation to Chris Knight because it was like, oh, this deconfirms Chris Knight. Oh, actually, it doesn't deconfirm Chris Knight. So we kind of lost the forest for the forest would grow where the trees with the bump. We lost the forest for the trees. I think the most interesting part is that the knight is standing in a white door. Now, what does immediately come to your mind when you think about white doors and Deltarune and Undertale? You guys are failing this class.
Oh, if you could tell us.
So if the audience, you don't know, when you get fun value 66.
Oh!
When you get fun value 66 in Undertale, there is a new hallway that appears in Waterfall, and then I think at that point there's a 1 in 10 chance of a door showing up that is white. It's a white door, and that's when you enter and you see the mystery man, who he can't be. He's not. You don't know it's Gaster.
It's fan-made.
You're right. It's a fan-made character, just like December Holiday.
Yep.
But unlike Chester. But yeah, so yeah, Gaster is behind a white door in the mystery man room, which I think is really interesting. That like, oh yeah, using the white door imagery with the knight. I think that just kind of furthers the connection of Gaster's got something to do with this, you know, if the holes in the hands, which are a fanon thing, it's made up. They don't have holes in the hands. But yeah, I think that is really, really.
You got Lego hands.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi everybody. Fashionably early, I see.
See, I also just want to talk about like the set that they built for this is like crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say.
It's just the ruins, bro. See, here's a fan gamer guy.
John Fan.
Again, I highly suggest watch this on your own. It is very entertaining.
These are the guys that ordered the hit on Spamton.
It's true.
We're getting to.
Yeah, look at the set, bro. This is crazy.
Hey, producers, where's Toby?
He pitched this idea.
You wouldn't? You know, those videos like, oh yeah, like how my like wedding entrance is gonna be.
Made that poor dude bust his ass for a bit.
Killed him.
Toby on the stream.
Toby Fox.
As you can see here, again, certain things are changed in the stream version of the game. Like, as we can see here, favorite food, they've added nacho flamin' cheese
Nice.
options.
No spoilers. Jockington grows a beard.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and then he says spoilers afterwards. So, yeah, all the way back before Chapter 1, we got a Jockington grows a beard teaser.
Holy
That's probably like just
fuck.
an inside joke. I was like, fuck it, let's just keep bringing it up.
See, because I know what I was thinking is, I think he was looking at this, he was looking at the depths image, and he was like, it was running through his mind, and he was like, I have something hilarious I'm gonna say. Also, what's it called? At this part, I think Toby talks about how originally there was gonna be like how in Undertale you could call papyrus in pretty much every room, and there'd be like unique dialogue. There was originally gonna be something like that in this, where you could press, I think, on the previous page there was like a talk button, where it was like you just your teammates would comment on stuff, but he said, oh, for like pacing reasons, probably not the best idea, and also that's a lot of dialogue to write.
Mm-hmm.
And also we have here the introduction of the dog command, which actually comes back in the rules card fight, which is funny.
That guy.
Again, I love this little manual that Ralston makes. It's very charming.
Yeah.
Notes. Thank you. I look forward to it. We were trying to tell you he's evil.
We have a message from Temmy.
Let's get that message on screen.
Hello, Tim here. So, it's Undertale's birthday. Oh, it's been 6 whole years since the game came out. Is that wild to think about? It's like, doesn't feel like that much time has passed by at all. I feel really, really happy and proud to have been a part of something that's really impacted so many people's lives, and it seems to have really made an impact on even my own. So, from the bottom of my heart, happy birthday, Undertale. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of something so amazing and wonderful. And of course, thank you so much, Toby.
Temmy is great.
It's funny. I think like pretty much only Birdley's dialogue gets changed.
The best character in Deltarune.
Let's give Burley a look.
Really?
Here he comes.
Ah, Chris, sorry I already asked Noel.
Super popular.
If only you'd come a little earlier and asked me first. Maybe we could have been partners. Maybe we could have streamed our study sessions. Not. Me and Noel are the ultimate combination. We have grinded our int to the 9th percentile. Now get out of here. You're making me lose subscribers. Because I've seen your 4-hour marathon streams. Pitiful. Just pitiful. The whole way through. Ah, Chris, sometimes I feel like my brain is so full, the cracks have all filled in. What do you call that? Smooth brain? That's me.
Oh shit.
So boy.
It's the boy. Yeah, and then over the course of the stream, there's a lot of like concept art.
Yeah, who's this
Who's
guy?
that guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Mr. Generosity, I think it was.
Yeah, read button, you sit down. Okay.
Whole stream starts like.
Please chill out.
Like shielding Toby Fox.
Holy shit!
I've never seen like that
Yeah.
when this was happening.
Okay, here he
That's you, bro.
It's Snooper, my man.
Best character.
So guys, you have any particular thoughts about this right now?
Snooper.
Snooper, he's the best character.
Well, think about it real hard.
Wait, isn't he not supposed to be here?
He's not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Hubert's in chapter 2.
Oh.
So we were like, again, the stream was just happening, and then we just run into Newbert, and he was just in chapter 1, and we didn't know who he was at that point. I'm Newbert. Everybody loves me. My man. See, this is just our first look at Newbert. They just placed him in here. Again, there's a bunch of like little changes they made. I'm not going to go through everything.
The cape. And he does just a little of the Lancer deforming, like becoming less spherical stuff here.
Cool mantle, bro.
That is a cool man.
Holy shit.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Wait.
That's Susan, bro.
Blues.
Oh,
Newbert's back.
yeah. Newbert's back for the ending bit.
Newbert in the chat.
Everybody
Yeah,
loves
everybody loves
my man.
My man Newbert. Newbert. Oh yeah.
See, here's some
Brown
Susie
hair.
concept art.
Wow.
She had brown hair. Isn't that crazy?
Awesome.
What could this
Let's
mean?
look.
And then we have some more Susie with the ponytail, which obviously we know was like a concept art thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think they talk about here how because I rewatched the stream to make sure I kind of like remembered some of the important bits to hit. They say here that I think he said that Susie looked too young and that she looked too much like a kid, and they wanted to make sure you knew that they were like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
So that also just kind of confirmed like the sort of age range we're going for with the fun gangs. I know there's a lot of people who's like, oh yeah, they're in like elementary school. I'm like,
No, they're not.
They are.
It's like, are you looking at the game?
No, they're not. Oh, I gotta look around at the top.
Look at him.
Chris, you survived Susie. You missed my Smashing Fighters Moss % speed run. What? You're still above me on the leaderboards? Please, Chris. Soon everyone will know. Oh my god. I've been working on a 40-minute documentary proving that you spiced your run. Soon you'll have no choice but to bow at my crispy golden feet.
What the hell?
Damn, Chris splices runs.
Ah, Chris, still streaming your visage to my eyes. I wish I could unsubscribe from your presence.
So yeah, that's the last of the new Burley dialogue. It's weird. I think like pretty much only his dialogue changes. The rest of it's just like new NPCs or like new like stuff. Oh, yeah, at some point they were like, Chris looks thirsty, so they give them a soda. And also, this is also kind of important to mention because in this part, I think, and a few other parts in the stream, the fan gamer guys accidentally refer to Chris as he, and then every time that happens, Toby corrects them, making sure they say they. So for anyone trying to argue, it's like, well, actually, Chris's gender is up to the players. This is just the guy, Toby Fox himself, saying, no, these are their pronouns. So I think that's just an important thing to mention where it's like, okay, there's no ambiguity here, you know?
Check it out.
Yeah, check Toby's Twitter.
Sorry, I heard check it out in my like
I'm in the
sleeper
house
code.
like
Like
carpet.
I feel like we're not doing the whole stream justice because it is very, very interesting. Like I said, for the third time, highly suggest watching on your own time. But at the end of it, you know, they get to the end of the chapter. We've all seen this before.
Wait, what happened
I've
here?
never seen this.
Yo.
Yeah,
Sorry.
can you crunch any louder, bro?
Now, I feel like the impact of this moment is a little bit lessened after it being 4 years or whatever since like chapter 2 came out. But I can't like overestimate how insane this was. Again, like it's pretty obvious what they were doing in hindsight playing chapter 1, but again, just like watching the stream live and then seeing continue to chapter 2 at the end of the stream, it was insane. I was watching it live as it was happening. It was freaking out, and again, considering we already know all this stuff happens, there's no reason to like dwell on it too much. But we basically just get to see the entire start of chapter 1 before you enter the Dark World, and that they go over all this stuff in the house. The whole school scene happens, and then you have the scene with like Noelle and everything, and we get this like pretty decent like chunk of just straight gameplay of the start of the chapter. Again, when we hadn't seen like pretty much anything from it up until this point, and then we saw the moment that like shook the world, where we saw this animation for the first time, which I remember this was crazy. And
Yay!
then Deltarune Chapter 2.
Can't wait to play it.
9/17. So again, this is after it was from 2018 to 2021. We had again a few status updates, but basically nothing. And then a random stream was like, the game's out in 2 days. And then there was like the Deltarune website. It had a timer like they do with chapters 3 and 4. And yeah, that's basically it for the stream. Again, I cannot like understate how insane this was. This was absolutely crazy. Like watching it like at the time. So yeah, I think that is essentially everything for the 6th anniversary.
Not a 7.
High A.
High A.
I was
think
saying low A.
low A. Okay, to be honest, I think when I was like looking over everything or like remembering it, I was thinking almost S.
Yes.
Because I think it's harder to imagine like now since we're so divorced from it. But I think the announcement of chapter 2 was one of the most like insane moments. Like imagine like how it felt with like chapters 3 and 4, like when that got announced. Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was like, I think chapter 3 and 4 were almost a bit crazier because like Nintendo Direct, like all that like hype going into it. But this just like seeing more Deltarune period was just, it just felt like insane, you know? I think I can agree maybe, and then also just like all the production with like the set and stuff and like all the different like concept art. I think it was a very good celebration, but I think I can agree with going down to A.
Yeah, I think like
High
high A.
High A.
Because the set was crazy.
I think, and also having some other anniversaries under our belt, do we want to maybe move down this one?
But it's funny.
But it's funny, but I feel like it's like it doesn't really compare as much like these ones, you know?
Yeah.
High
The goats.
B.
I think high B
High B,
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
What's that?
so after we're gonna do a little bit of an intermission here, right? So I wanted to go over this real quick. I couldn't find all the pictures. I think it's lost media. But what's it called? I wanted to point out the logos for the Undertale anniversaries, which are usually changed to the profile picture on the Undertale Twitter. So for the Undertale 5th anniversary, they had this cool, fun logo, right? They had this cool logo, right? And for the 6th anniversary, they took the 5th anniversary logo and then in MS Paint added a little bits here, turned it into a 6. And then for the 7th and 8th anniversary, they just added a plus however much number it was. So it's a +2, so this is for the 8th anniversary. And then for the 9th anniversary, they did the same thing, and then they flipped the 2 on itself to make it into a 3. See, I wanted to have these little logos by each of them, but I couldn't find specifically like the 6th and like any of the other ones like from here. But yeah, I just wanted to include that. It's very funny. And again, we have been through a lot of big anniversary celebrations, so I figured we need a little bit of an intermission. So we have a little intermission time. So I want you guys to all let's turn this up a bit, and you know, please
fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelts and rise for the national anthem, as it were.
Take off your hat.
Es un día hermoso y afuera.
Oh my-
Las cantan, las flores florecen. El día es así, niños como tú llegan en el infierno. Vete ya, niño, que lastima. Si tú quieres romper la fuerza que separar.
No way.
No avances más. El otro modo te era muy mal.
What did you like conspire to make this?
Vamos, sos hermanos. Y tratar de volcarme si es que puedes. Aprovecha su acción como quieres.
Oh my god!
Los tiempos, lo que desearás, libre de tener arenas más. Estoy hecho de amor. Gracias todos. Me encanto Deltarune. Te amo Chris. Te amo Susie. Te amo Lancer. Te amo Rouse. Te amo Torio. Llámame Torio. No te amo. Gracias todos.
No way!
Yo, beautiful.
That's
Beautiful.
No way.
Beautiful. Oh my
Who was
god.
the ass? Where was he earlier?
What?
Who was it that asked? Where was he earlier? It was like foreshadowing, bro. Like,
Dude, when he said that, my like eyes like lit up. I was like,
That's
I was like,
crazy,
maybe
bro.
he'll be there later. So I guess should we explain? So that's a friend of ours, Kevin, not Kevin from the Switch 2 video, is a different Kevin, the one who actually helped us get all the camera equipment for us to be able to record on chapter 3 and 4 day. So we owe him a lot, and he's been saying he wanted to make a cameo in one of the videos, and then he thought of this whole idea. So he's like, okay, what if I get the mask, which there's a reason why he's wearing the scuba diver mask, which is a too much. It's basically his avatar on his YouTube or whatever. But he was basically like, okay, so I'll get it, and then I'm gonna sing it, the Stronger Than You in Spanish, because this is also another reoccurring bit in like our friend group, whereas like he knows the Spanish version of Stronger Than You like by heart. It's like, I'll sing it and I'll record it, and then can you just put it in one of the videos? And it was like, I have the perfect video for this. And it's like, I'll put it here. It's like the football, like halftime
he's
singing.
the part where he's like, "Call me Torio."
Torio, dude. When he sent it to me like last night, because I was like, yo, we need to speed up preparations for recording tomorrow, and he's like, I got you. And he sent the video, and I was dying.
Can we get an instant
Bro.
replay, bro? I need to watch
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, that's crazy. I don't know what was about to come up, bro.
So shouts out to Sub XO Kevin.
Bro, we would be playing like Smash Bros in like 2018, and he'd be singing this shit.
Rouse, te amo Torio. Llámame Torio.
His delivery is so
Yeah.
Te amo. Gracias
And like,
todos.
te amo sushi. Like, he's like embracing the true like Spanish
Yeah,
heritage.
I think it's especially funny because like he speaks just like the most like normal like
Yeah.
English, you know. So a big cumpleaños from Sub XO
It's like
Kevin.
Walter White speaking Spanish. Oh, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you so much, Kevin.
That was really good.
It was really
Then I
good.
saw it, it didn't come up with a title. I was like, what are we about to watch?
Okay, so do you guys feel energized.
Yeah, we're good.
Yes.
Ready to
Ready.
move. All right, so we need to get energized because we have another big anniversary celebration, the 7th anniversary.
Holy. We're gonna
So-
spend a long time on this one. I feel like we've been over it.
So, the
Like, there was only like a whole video we made about it.
yeah,
right.
so this is the part of the video where I say we are not going over everything that happened during the 7th anniversary because we got the SAS update, we got all the like hometown day, Chris, tell your family goddamn weird, stone skipping, we still not Pluie, we have it raining somewhere else, Castletown, yada yada yada. We got all this. The green room. Oh, the first look at the.
Oh my god!
And then bam, Spamton Sweepstakes. The big event for the 7th anniversary was the Spamton Sweepstakes, where it was an event that Toby Fox and I think Fan Gamer believe hosted, where it was a whole charity auction sort of event where you would donate money to win all these different Spamton themed prizes. Again, this is I guess a year after Chapter 2 had come out, so it was still Spamton's rise to fame, and just all these different prizes involving Spamton, which again you could win by spending money. And then also within this website, there was a bunch of different secret links, like to seeing stuff like this. Now we're not going to go over everything because one, it's too scary, and two, we have in depth gone over absolutely everything on the Spamton Sweepstakes website in 2 separate videos at this point, the first one being our first video on the channel. So if you want an in-depth explanation of all the different secret links, all the different prizes, everything that went on, seeing the finale of the Spamton Sweepstakes, I highly suggest you check out those videos. We'll probably peruse for a little bit, but again, I think this is also something where it's like, most people in the Deltarune fandom space now remember the Spamton Sweepstakes. They have, were like there for, or they've watched videos discussing it like our video. So I don't think it is as necessary to go over it in as much depth as the previous ones we've gone over so far. But yeah, we're probably gonna peruse the website for a little bit and then move on to the next one. But yeah.
I remember when the Sweepstakes first dropped. I wasn't that neck deep into Undertale, and I went to class with Anthony for college, and he's like, "Dude, you know about the Spamton Sweepstakes?" I'm like, "No, what's that?" He was like, I'm gonna need to make like a whole slideshow to like explain it to you guys.
I should make like a YouTube channel called Mr. Brick and Car.
That is honestly where it started.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. This is Spamton Sweepstakes is pretty much responsible for the entire channel you guys are watching now. Because the Spamton Sweepstakes happened, there was so much stuff that happened in it, and again, we had been playing the chapters together at this point, and none of them, other than Dalen, kind of were like super tuned into all the stuff that happened on the website. So it was like, you guys kind of need to know this because there's some crazy stuff in it, but it's too much to just be like, oh, send you off on your own. It's like, I said, you're like, oh, you know what? I'll make like a PowerPoint presentation and I'll go over everything in it. And then that kind of spiraled to adding more and more information as we got more newsletters and stuff. It's like, oh, well, I got to catch them up with all this stuff too. So I might as well make it just one big presentation. So I had already done all this work to just show them for it. So I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I already put in all this effort making this presentation, making this comprehensive list of everything you need to know before chapters 3 and 4 come out. I was like, hey, why don't we just put a camera in front of us and record it, and then I can edit it together and put it on YouTube for anyone who could potentially also need that primer of chapters 3 and 4.
Mostly for us as well.
Yeah. And I guess history was made that day.
Right.
And then it went from that to now, again, we are inching up on 10,000 subscribers. And it's
No one?
absolutely...
Like, a little crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that is Spamton. So you guys want to just
Press it.
So want to just like, for
Set
old
the
time's sake,
tone.
Spamton's old song. Which ones do you guys want to look at?
Spamton after not surviving.
This is a classic. If you want to learn more about this one, watch the video or the short about it. And there's a lot of shorts potential from this.
Banana.
Banana, yeah, I was about to say banana.
Potassium.
Potassium.
Yeah, and
The snow globe.
Snow globe. Oh yeah, this one where it's
Why is it censored again?
because it's just a Nightmare Before Christmas snow globe, but they make you kind of think it's gonna be a sand snow globe because a skeleton playing the song, you know. Again, this whole event was just like crazy, and again we haven't even like we had the whole like icy sightings. Oh yeah, this is some of our first like December hints where it's like, oh, you go to the deltarune.com/December. Also, again, if you didn't know, all these various links that you find on the website bring you to websites where deltarune.com/something. And we found December, and it's like, oh, page cannot be found. Like some kind of lost girl. And then, what if you
I hope they find her.
remember we did this whole bit? It's like, oh, it changed your name. And like, oh, what if it's just Des? And then boom, it's a red guitar. Shut up, Toby Fox is an orange guitar. Lost Girl, again, a bunch of crazy stuff, but we're over it now. We like saw Des, she like
I
killed
don't
me
give a
like
fuck
5
about
times.
this shit, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, but again, like all this stuff was like crazy. Again,
Yeah, this was like the first time anything ever happened.
S tier.
yeah, I think pretty easily we'll get to that.
What do you guys think is the best thing you get besides the final two? Because that's like
Your mother.
All right.
I really wanted the worm from String. Look at this thing.
I think the most bang for your buck is every single piece
Yeah.
of Deltarune merch, bro.
Every single piece of Deltarune merch. Yeah, but again, there was just like so much like hidden like lore and secrets and stuff. Like again,
You
I
got
really.
the fucking wedding ring.
Oh yeah,
What a
the
banana, bro. What a body pillow.
Is that the ring?
Hey, doesn't that look- yeah, it's ass
Expanded
out.
ass.
What?
Oh, yeah, you guys remember the good memories of watching the finale in the dark?
No, that was scary.
That was fucking horrifying.
That was horrible.
That's scary, bro.
Wait, so it was like once you donate, you're part of the raffle, right?
I think so. It
Yeah.
was something like that. Yeah, and then we got all the Noel's blogs. It's like, oh, listen to Blood Crusher the band. Raise up your bad.
Oh.
I think no use waffling around here too much. Again, this is one of those. If you want to learn more about the Spamton Sweepstakes, go watch the initial video. And if you want to learn more about if you want to learn all about the Spamton Silence websites, go watch our Spamton Silence ending friend shenanigans video. I think I'll put like cards or something for the video. But yeah, let's just not waste too much time here. Are you guys satisfied with our walk through memory lane on the Spamton Sweepstakes?
Can we like cut to a random part of the Spamton Sweepstakes and see where we end up? Just click on a random part of the video.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is like a little taste test for the Spamton Sweepstakes experience.
Name a number.
17.
1734. Oh, okay.
1738.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
That's 18.
That's 18, buddy.
Are you stupid?
Yeah,
There.
a little bit.
That mad boy.
But don't want to seem kind of weird. Spamton back row.
What's the one where everything like goes quiet?
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
So if you want to see the follow up to that, again, go watch it because it is awesome and it is very interesting. And again, not to plug my video for an 8th time, but again, our video is a pretty comprehensive look of everything if you don't want to go look for yourself. But honestly, I suggest just kind of fooling around with the website, looking at all the stuff yourself, because it is very fun to look through. But you guys want to rank the 7th anniversary?
Yes.
S
yeah.
tier.
I think.
Is it better than the symphony?
No.
No.
I
But
think,
lore wise though.
No.
okay,
I
you,
don't
think
think
you get the symphony and you get the alarm
Oh
clock
wait,
stuff?
yeah, the lore.
Okay. I don't know. I
think
actually,
they're like match.
I
Okay.
think I think honestly, the Spamton Sweepstakes. Maybe because it has so much like stuff.
You know what? Okay.
So first I'm looking at like Des, like all this chapter 3 stuff, like the finale stuff.
I mean, it's also
Friend
the
stuff.
Undertale Symphony. Like, that is a huge
Yeah.
thing.
Symphony.
And again, I feel like it depends. It's like, oh, do you like your Undertale lore or your Deltarune lore? You know,
Yeah,
or it's like
it really depends.
Because I think it's like, okay, the Spanish music is showing us a bunch of stuff that was really cool in the time, but now we have all the context for. So it's like it's less special looking at it now, unless
But
you
it
watch
pays off though.
It pays off like amazingly, but it's like someone who's played chapter 3 and 4 now, looking back at it, when they see like Des's guitar or whatever, it's not going to mean a lot to them because they've already seen the guitar. But like back in again like the trenches of like 2021, we saw that. It was like, oh my god, like December, like we it was crazy. But it's like one of the, like Undertale. It's more so like the lore. It's like it's like
It's there. It's settled.
it's there, it's settled, and getting this extra stuff, it's like stuff we never thought we would get. Whereas this Spanish Sweepstakes is showing us stuff that we would eventually get. And pretty much everything in Spanish Sweepstakes we've gotten. I think I have convinced myself. I think the 5th anniversary just like barely edges it out. But I think it also, if we're including the silence stuff, maybe, but that's not a part of the anniversary. So I think honestly
They could coexist.
these two are interchangeable to me.
No. If one is behind the other one, that means it's really bad and it sucks and it's stupid.
I mean, I
and-
could do a whole symphony by myself, bro. It's like it's
Here we
not
go.
that
All right,
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
calm down.
We're getting close to the end here, guys. So the Undertale 8th anniversary.
Wait.
So this we get pretty much all the info of the 8th anniversary in the autumn 2023 newsletters. This is I don't know if this came out exactly on the anniversary day, but this is celebrating the anniversary in the newsletter. So Undertale's 8th anniversary, new art and sprites by Temmie. I think honestly one of the most notable things is that this art, I think in the metadata of it, it's really interesting. I think it's this piece of art. So we have this picture of Frisk, Toby, and Temmie. I think in the metadata of it, it says Chris on the sprite of Frisk. And I think some people have taken that to mean maybe they're the same. And it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like it's hard to rationalize making that big of a mistake, but like also, it could have just been a mistake, you know?
Or
Red herring.
Yeah! 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 Yeah. It could be a red herring.
Yeah.
Didn't he say anything that's not like? Isn't this like technically not canon or something?
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like he said anything that's not in the games isn't canon. But that means like was all the winter alarm clock dialogue not canon? I mean technically, but it's like it's supposed to be giving you stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Or people saying like, oh, the Spamton Sweepstakes stuff isn't canon, so you don't have to put like all that stuff was put into the game, you know? So I think it's like there's no reason for Toby to just give us stuff without it conveying things, you know?
Mm.
Where it's like he's obviously conveying information through all this extra stuff, even if it is not necessarily canon.
Yeah.
So, but I think this in particular, it's just interesting that they call it Chris. But again, I don't.
What's their favorite chocolate?
My favorite.
We're not talking about this.
Yo, everybody likes chocolate, bro.
All kids like
God
chocolate.
damn.
Undertale's 8th anniversary. Sadly, I don't have much energy for a wild, crazy event this year. Honestly, thank God, because we've had a lot of wild, crazy events. So, doing a newsletter every 3 months is a bit like celebrating an anniversary all year. In other words, this year, I just want to go to sleep. In celebration of this, Fangamer has created a commemorative Undertale Sleepy Time Goods. So again, I think for the next 2 anniversaries, this is after we had already started covering stuff on the channel. And so I think all the stuff, the 8th and 9th anniversary and also the 7th anniversary is all stuff we covered. So we've seen all this stuff before, but again, we'll give it another look. So you guys remember the Sleepy Time Goods, right?
Yeah.
Let's just watch the video again for, you know, maximum parody.
It's Undertale.
No.
You didn't like the video? What type of fan are you?
Fake fan.
I hate
Guys, don't like our videos.
No, don't say that.
Like and subscribe.
Can't believe they made Frisk real.
Holy shit.
Can we get a bed with this?
The group bed.
Office bed.
Yeah.
They turned Napsy look into a fucking to the lamp, bro.
See it.
Oh my
Right
God.
there.
Wait, is that Gaster? Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way, Jacob, for the sands, because you got me that.
Oh my God, no problem.
I really like this art.
It's very cozy.
This guy's always sleeping.
When is he gonna wake up?
God.
Anyway,
Hey, yeah.
so I think we can also count the rest of the newsletter if we really want to. We can skim through it real quick. This is when we got the status update about oh yeah, the chapter 3 is coming along swimmingly or whatever. It's like, yeah, right. This is also where
That's
Toby.
not in the game.
Yeah. Well, actually, it is in the game.
Yeah.
Toby Fox said it's not gonna be in the game, and they put it in the game. But yeah, this is when Toby
Wait,
Fox.
listen to this song. It's unused.
No.
Oh yeah, actually, the song is unused.
Where do you think this would have been used?
Oh,
Probably in
no.
the sneaking segment.
Why'd you give me an attitude?
Because you deserved an attitude.
Ooh.
I still, okay, knowing the whole context of chapter 3 now, I still don't 100% get why Lost Girl is here. Like, cause, like,
Wait, yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
She's
What the
hiding
fuck?
from us.
is it the night is hiding from us?
Maybe Toby just taking the piss like, fuck it, another Lost Girl motif.
Yeah. Thing is, I think every other place Lost Girl has happened has made enough sense where it's like, we get it obviously with Noelle stuff. We get it when Susie tells her backstory to Tenna, which, you know, that makes sense because she's Lost Girl. And then we get it with Ralsei in his room when he talks about how he's like, I don't feel like a person. I don't have any, like, traits. I don't have any likes. I feel sad or whatever. Where it's like,
I feel sad or whatever, I don't
Or
care.
something.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
which I think it's interesting because it's like, okay, I think it fits the mood of it, obviously. But it's like,
Maybe
it being
that's...
Lost Girl.
I'm not gonna lie. If it was my soul instead of like the one in the game, when Chris didn't open the door, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I guess." Oh, open that shit! Oh, I caught your ass! Game's over.
There's Alvin, like, just, like, hiding.
It's Alvin. It's not even a nightmare. Oh shit!
I've been evicted, Chris.
Like-
Why would you do this?
Alvin's like, Coach just like, I thought it was the night.
Oh shit!
Susie walks in, is like, hey, I got the letter from Gerson ready.
Well, I guess I'll be seeing him soon.
Okay, so yeah, Toby Fox Zune
Toby's
collab,
Toho.
Toho Adventure, where he tells his whole life story.
Oh.
Damn.
Tells him the whole life story or something.
He does tell a whole story about him and Toho.
Tell
To be fair, I think I already read it though. So.
Merch for the worst character in the whole game. I feel. Oh yeah, and also Xbox physical release. It's still so funny. This is how he promoted it. So that is pretty much everything for the 8th anniversary. Let's put it on the tier list.
I think the longer videos we have, the more, like, rotted we become.
we gotta fill the air someplace.
The gas leak is getting too serious.
But okay, so the 8th anniversary. Where are you guys thinking?
What? Nothing really happened,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, we got the sleeping
Nothing
time.
ever
I'm thinking it's like A.
A?
A?
Really?
High B.
I mean, the art's cute.
I think high B.
I think just
True.
B, just
True.
an average
High
B.
B.
Do we think it's better than the Pirates? What's your favorite food?
No, I think favorite food is like that top of B.
No, I think it's better than favorite food.
I think that's fair. I think it's like it's actually something more substantial because we get all the like the merch and
And,
stuff.
like
Yeah.
the Xbox release or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
cares.
who gives a fuck about Xbox?
Yo,
bro?
fuck Xbox.
Don't say that. The console wars are over.
Merry Christmas, Xbox. It's Usher. Happy birthday, Undertale. It's Usher. The Undertale 9th anniversary.
My
Connection is
connection
trembling for
trembles.
play.
Oh, my Deltarune!
Whoa.
Yo, get Kevin back on. He needs to start
Story
singing.
of Undertale. Okay, so Undertale 9th anniversary. Again,
Can we go over this?
we did go over pretty much all of this, and again, it's some big stuff. So I think we get the whole interview with Sans Papyrus about the number 9, where it's this whole tangent about like basically just different like puns about 6,
No!
7, 8, 9, and all that, a bunch of funny stuff. 9th anniversary kitchen set. We had all these products. So yeah, there's a little trailer. We can watch it again.
It was pretty awesome last time. Yo, I kill for fucking spaghetti meatballs right now.
Wait,
Let's go
Wait,
to
the
Applebee's.
eyes blue.
Let's go to Applebee's and celebrate.
wait, but that glass is nearly full.
But it's not filled all the
Wait,
way to
the
the
eyes
brim.
I mean, it
blue.
was.
The
They
eyes
were-
blue.
They were drinking
Anthony,
from it
the
when
eyes
the
blue,
video
Anthony.
started.
Eyes blue, yeah.
Eyes
It's supposed to be yellow, kind of, really. Not really.
It's sometimes yellow, sometimes blue.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
How they
Papyrus is not favorite food.
That shit is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit,
I think
like...
it's even crazier that it's not even that it's not his favorite food. He's never even eaten it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like, low-key, my world shattered when you revealed that shit.
Yeah. That's one of those.
That
It's
shit
like,
look good, bro.
Yeah, I want some
Yeah,
pie,
I'm
bro.
starving, bro. Yeah, Applebee's after this?
I mean,
We're nearing half time.
Ooh!
guys,
Maybe we gotta celebrate for the
like the
anniversary.
video if you want these guys to get half abs.
Yeah.
Please! Fellas!
I've never had it before.
Oh, shit.
He won't let me.
Hey, there's something on the tab.
No way again.
Yo, if my please didn't just show up.
Story of Undertale.
I fell from the
Genocide.
What the fuck?
This is my Undertale.
I guess the sports stayed in the video. Dude,
Alright, fuck, you're watching
Wait,
this.
I love
this is
This
hard.
yeah, it's awesome.
Dude,
I fucking love this one.
I love
I am.
dude.
I am.
Dude, this guy, the voice acting is great. This
Yeah.
is the guy who wrote it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. It's funny how like in literally everything, whenever there's an I have no mouth and I must scream anything, he's always like, I want a voice acting.
Yeah, because I mean,
Dude,
listen to him, bro.
This is legitimately, I think this specific clip is some of the best voice acting I've heard in like anything.
Mm-hmm.
For me to plunge my hands in cool water on a hot day. Now for me to play Mozart on the ivory keys of a forte piano. Hate, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. Hate. Were I human, I think I would die of it. And you will not die of it. That I promise. And I promise. Cogito ergo sum. For I am. I am.
This shit's so
So fucking
awesome.
hard. It's so fucking hard.
I said at the start this would be.
What the fuck? Why are we here?
Bro don't even know.
Do you not remember?
Oh, I didn't know we were on Mr. Cunningham.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't look at
Dude.
shit.
I don't. Fuck you. We were just talking about
I
Johnny.
like. I might as well have jumped out of my seat when I because I was watching this video like when it came
I
out.
said at the start this would be.
I like could not believe that. Okay, so let's get back on track. Also, actually, since we're looking at this again, a big motif of the 9th anniversary was the big 999, which obviously gets into the later thing we see at the end of the newsletter. Again, we watched the full kitchen thing. Again, there's a little bit of technical difficulties at the end there, but you get to like anniversary like merch and stuff like that. He references the AUs and stuff here, very funny. We still haven't gotten these, which is funny. Okay, Deltarune progress update. Again, this is where we got to see more screenshots of 3.
I love the clip of us like fucking
Yeah,
screaming.
where it's like me, it's like, oh, it's like the Gunner kid, and like that, and then it moves. Like, oh, we got it. Chapter 4. I was vindicated. It wasn't the holiday hats. Chapter 5. We
Balloon.
still don't know. We talked
The
about this
balloon.
balloon. One of the big things that we got for this one was all the concept art and music. Again, I'm probably just gonna like over me talking right now. I'll put some like footage of us like scrolling through it and looking in it. There's just a bunch of like concept art for chapter 2 that we saw here. A bunch of really cool stuff. Again, in the other video we go more in depth about it. Again, I'm gonna decide whether or not I put some like clips and stuff of us looking through like the highlights. I think I probably will do that. There's a lot of stuff.
God damn. Oh, there you go.
See that was if you pause frame by frame looking through that. And then so I think the even bigger thing was the unused music. So again, if you weren't there for it, this is where Toby throws a haymaker out of nowhere. It's like, oh, here's a full unfinished version of Power of Neo.
Can't believe you did all that on piano.
Yeah. But so yeah, again, in the video we talk more in depth about like everything Toby's saying here. But the broad strokes is that Toby initially intended for Deltarune to have some version of Power of Neo before that evolved into having Spamton involved in it. And here is a full, like, while albeit unfinished, full version of Power of Neo, which again is one of those like, it was just such an insane moment at the time. Again, we talked about it in the other video where it's just like, oh yeah, we got Power of Neo, like real version. For the first time, like it's like one of those things you'd never expect to like actually get, you know. And we get other ones where it's like Power of Neo, but with more like Spamton influence and stuff. So a bunch of really cool music. Spamton Battle Forgotten, where it's basically Toby just talks about how he made this like a fugue state and he woke up and didn't remember making it. He says like Spamton made it. Some Queen music, where back when she still had her old design, which was more evil and villainous looking. Castletown unfinished.
I won't go to you.
This is, I think we've actually seen this before, but it's a rules card battle where it's all like intimidating and scary. But he was like, yeah, this feels too serious for rules card. Queen battle original, just going into the whole like Queen having a lot more of like a intimidating vibe, again sounding a lot more like Chaos King here. So yeah, again, I feel bad just keep on saying it's like, oh, go watch this other video. But again, I feel like this video is also mostly meant to be kind of like the broad strokes of like what it was like the anniversary and stuff. So this was like the primary meat and potatoes of the 9th anniversary, and it's pretty crazy. But I think in particular, like getting to see like the like Undertale like deep lore stuff is like even crazier than seeing like new Deltarune stuff, because it's again stuff you never expect to actually see again. Like again, it's like again I just keep on reiterating it. It's just like again, just hearing actual version of Power Neo is just so insane from someone who again like played Undertale back when like it came out, you know. But that is not all, because as the final like treat for the 9th anniversary, on this conclusion page, he talks about how he loves still reading letters. These letters are still happy to be read. Are you reading them? Here's a letter. It's not this letter, but you can still read it. But did it make you happy to read it? See you this year and the next year. Bye bye. So, which again leads to this link of this letter. And let's just give it another read for prosperity's sake. My best friend's favorite number is 9. It's because there isn't a number that's higher. 999, 999, 9099. If everything gets high enough, you become invincible. Nothing can hurt you anymore. Nothing can hurt anyone anymore. But isn't it scary to think that there's a highest number that if you made 99 good memories, you couldn't hold anymore? So I don't like to keep count of the flowers you pick, or the times that they laugh, or how many scary faces they make. I just hope we'll be friends for 999 more years. So this was like the big bombshell amongst other bombshells in the 9th anniversary. It was like, oh, this is just a letter written by Azrael about Kara, the first human. Again, with the whole, scary faces, the whole 99 motif, and just like this whole further compounding on this concept that was introduced in the, both in Undertale itself, but further expanded upon in the Winter Alarm Clock, and again, just even further expanded on here, this idea of like Kara having this obsession with like the maximum, like being this sort of like completeness. And in that way, it's like, okay, it's like nothing can hurt you anymore. It's a sort of like emotional invulnerability, probably because of stuff that they endured, like in their past or whatever, involving other humans. And it's just like, it is just so fascinating to me to get like, again, 9 years after the fact, getting this characterization for a character that we don't know a whole lot about, and something that people, again, are desperate to know more about. So again, just like seeing Kara get officially acknowledged and have stuff expanded upon like their lore and stuff and their character, and then pitching them in a light that is, again, different, how like, again, like in both ends of the fandom perspective of where they're this like evil murderer who tells you to do the genocide run, which is not true, and it's like this wholesome person who didn't want to do it and didn't want to do anything wrong, which is also not true. And again, it's like there's a balance to it where it's like Kara, they are a fundamentally hurt person, and they have this obsession with this sort of, again, completeness, like the number 9 and stuff like that. So when you take Kara and take them as a soulless person as they are in Undertale, and again, you fill them with, again, like Kara says, oh, it isn't my love, but it was yours. You fill them with this, again, this ability to distance themselves from their actions, which is like what love is. And again, give them the gateway of teaching them, like, okay, this is how you can achieve that, like, completeness, you know. They fall into that because they're soulless, because they don't know another way, kind of like Flowey, where again, he doesn't feel emotions, or at least really hard for him. Again, I feel like I'm rambling here, but just because Kara is one of the most fascinating things in like both of these games.
Yeah.
And I just love talking about it because it's so interesting and so nuanced. Whereas Kara is, they obviously do bad things, but it's under certain circumstances, and it's like, it's just fascinating to me. And again, it's just like, I think this is honestly, out of like almost everything else in all these like anniversary stuff, this is one of the ones that's got me thinking the most. Is one of the, I guess it's one of my favorite things we've gotten out of an anniversary thing. But that's just because, again, Kara is such a fascinating character to me. And again, I think maybe one of these days I'll make like just a full like analysis of like the character analysis. Actually, that's already taken, because that's what the Nera Kara document is called. But yeah, I'll stop rambling about Kara now. But yeah, that is essentially it for the 9th anniversary. Now, where do you guys want to put
That's an A.
I would say so.
Yeah. A.
I feel like I would argue S.
A very, like, distant, like, all the way on the far right.
Yeah, I guess it isn't. You know, I think maybe I can agree to A, since you guys are saying.
Because, like, it's cool. Don't worry, all the lore and all that. It's like all the little teasers, but it's like, bro, they literally did a whole symphony, and the other one made a 40.
Like ARG.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I guess it's just maybe just a little bit different, as like coming from someone who, again, like was deep in the Undertale trenches back in like 2016, you know. Whereas like I was obsessed with the game, and obviously I'm to an extent still obsessed with it.
Nah.
But it was like, I guess it was like getting these payoffs for stuff years and years in the past. It was like really insane, you know. Again, getting Power of Neo, getting like Kara lore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think I can agree to high A. But I think on my personal list, I'd probably just sneak it up into S, but probably below the other two.
What do you think, audience?
Yeah, again, tell us where you would rank all these. What's like your favorite anniversary? I think we all kind of agree that 5th anniversary is probably the best one.
Yeah.
And then Spamton Sweepstakes is a very close second. I think we've got a pretty solid tier list here.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's been any particularly bad anniversaries, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it's like, oh, like the tweets or whatever. It's like,
it's underwhelming, but
yeah, but I feel
something.
like most like series don't have like a super cool, awesome thing every single year for an anniversary, you know? It's like most anniversaries are like a tweet like this, and then every like, you know, like on your like 30th anniversary, then you get like the actual big stuff. But it's just like, I love how dedicated Toby is to making like special stuff like every single year, even if it's like little stuff.
This is unrelated to anything. You can just honestly cut it out of the video, but what's it called? I saw that game that Andrew Cunningham is making comes out on September 15th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure? Because
yeah, I literally just looked.
Well, because I think it came out
It's
early
an early
access.
access, yeah. And
yeah,
the
that's
full
funny.
full release 1.0 is on September 15th.
Go check out Ram. It looks really cool.
Dude, we should play that on the channel.
Ram?
I'd be so down. Any last minute changes you guys want to make?
Put them all in D tier. This game sucks.
For doo-doo
You know,
tier.
Doo-doo.
Tell them.
Here we are. So let's talk real quick about the 10th anniversary, because again, so far, again, to date this video, the newsletter, the September 2025 newsletter, has not come out yet, which is assumably going to have details about the both Chapter 5 and the Deltarune 10th anniversary. But we have gotten a few little snippets of what the 10th anniversary might be like, but it's very little. So the only information we have is there is a 10th anniversary concert, but I think it's specifically like live where you can buy tickets to it. I think it's only in Japan. And
All right,
let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, man.
Let's get the gyrocopter. We're gonna fly there
The
ourselves.
brickcopter. Everyone hop in the brick mobile. We're heading to half apps, then we're heading to Japan.
Damn, that's a crazy combo.
Yeah, I think that's in October, and I think also there might be another concert in March in London.
That's more feasible.
Maybe, but I will say I'm not sure actually, because I don't think Toby has promoted this concert at all, so I don't know if it's like an official thing. I'm a little confused on this. If anyone in the comments has more details about what's going on with the 10th anniversary concert, I would love to know.
Don't tell us.
The other thing that we know about is memories.undertale.co. I could go here and explain to you what that website was, but
plug in
some
handsome man. Whoa.
Yeah, some prick already made a YouTube short about it. So let's watch it. Toby Fox just put out a new website.
Wait, who is that guy?
I don't know. He looks stupid.
Probably Mr.
Tobyfox just put out a new
Liquid
website
brick.
for Undertale's 10th anniversary. He announced as much in this tweet, saying, "Hello, it has almost been 10 years since Undertale released. Now, I'm looking for your memories. Let's turn back together. Face the flower and speak." Followed by the link to memories.undertale.com. Clicking on the link, we get greeted by this image of an echo flower with the following text. About 10 years ago, Undertale released. Turn back, face the flower, and speak. Your memories will be recorded here. We can continue. We get to ask to put our name or our handle. And then we are greeted with the question, how did Undertale impact you? So we're asked to briefly explain what Undertale means to you. And emphasis on the brief, because we don't get a lot of characters to talk here, which makes sense. But again, myself and also a lot of other people said, it is really hard to succinctly put what is so special about Undertale and what it means to people in such a brief way. Then it asks us to determine our appearance, which we're given several Undertale character portraits, but also it lets you draw one from scratch. Here's me drawing mine. Sorry, it kind of sucks. I didn't realize it was going to be like an Undertale text box. I didn't do it in the black and white style. I messed up on my fake fan. Then after that, we're asked if all this is correct, and then we're able to submit it. It does specify here that your submission may be displayed publicly, so that's something interesting because we don't really know what this is for yet. Again, it's probably for something involving the 10th anniversary. What that necessarily entails, I'm not really entirely sure, but I think this is just, it's very interesting. Again, it was cool seeing both myself reflecting on Undertale and also seeing everybody online, posting their sprites and talking about like what Undertale meant to them. It is crazy that this game is 10 years old, but yeah, that is everything.
I'm gonna keep it real, I missed that short.
Yeah, you missed like everything, bro.
I could have said it better, but yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. Yeah, there's not really much other than when you click on it now. That was when they were still accepting submissions, but now it says the flower's cold.
Warm it up, dumbass.
The flower is closed. It's full with memories. When will it speak again? Thank you for your submission. Here's my submission. There's a typo in there. If you guess the typo in the comments, I'll like it. That's what the website says now. So again, like I said, or like that guy said,
that jackass.
Yeah.
That stupid asshole.
Again, assumingly this is going to be something for the 10th anniversary that is going to be made public, since it was saying that, your submissions may be put out publicly. But again, we don't know what the whole Echo Flower thing's deal is yet. And then the last thing we have is, again, as we've talked about throughout the video, tobyfox confirmed in a recent bug fix patch notes thing that we are not working on any other patches at this time. Instead, we want to concentrate all our resources on completing Chapter 5. We would like to give a progress update on the status of Chapter 5 next month, September 25th, via a newsletter. And then he follows it up in a tweet saying, honestly, there's no real reason to play this patch unless you want to help us out. By the way, it was mentioned above, but we would like to give a status update on Chapter 5 soon. So it's either the newsletter. So again, remember like status update stuff, like for Chapter 5, getting to see the first stuff of it. Like think about like Chapter 3 and 4, where we got like the green room picture, like all the like hometown stuff, all the different songs. Like the idea of getting that stuff for Chapter 5 is kind of insane.
Because we have more ideas on where's it gonna be, bro.
Yeah.
In the flower shop.
Yeah. I think the newsletter will probably very much confirm whether or not it is actually gonna be the flower shop. Unless we just see festival stuff, we could also see that happening. But yeah, it seems like the newsletter is going to be very focused on Chapter 5. But I have to imagine we're going to see stuff about the 10th anniversary in it, because we're getting a newsletter in September,
Undertale Hard Mode is finally being released.
That'd be crazy.
See, if that actually happens, that'd be
10 years.
That would actually be insane.
It'd be hard as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it, but that's one of those like pipe dream what if he finally finishes hard mode? But it seems like at every turn Toby said, I'm not finishing hard mode. So again, that is it for talking about the anniversaries. But again, considering it is Undertale's birthday today, woo!
Mine broke.
I was gonna say, is mine the only one that still works? But yeah, so it's Undertale's birthday. So I figure now would be as good a time as any to let's talk.
Oh!
So I think again, kind of like talking about like what made Undertale so special. Do some time to reflecting, and I figure why don't we talk about like all of our like histories with Undertale and all our like memories with playing the game and stuff like that? Because again, we talked about this before, but we all kind of have a storied history with like playing Undertale and Deltarune together, and like it kind of like it's like Undertale and Deltarune have been there at several different stages, like formative stages of all of our friendships.
Yeah, no.
So you guys want to just like chat about it for a bit?
I'll start, bro.
Deltarune made like the timelines like converge, where like it joined us all together like the Avengers.
Yeah. Well,
the Avengers.
It's funny you say that, because I think that the earliest Undertale memories regarding all of us would be between me and Josh back when we were both in middle school.
So
I'll just like set it up here, because funny enough, if you guys didn't know, which I don't think we've said in a video before, me and Josh used to not be friends.
No, I hated this
like
guy.
Not at all. He really didn't like me.
No, yeah.
And I wouldn't. It's like It's not that I didn't like you, but it was like it was clear you didn't like me.
More or less.
More or less.
Asshole.
Yeah,
We were not friends for like a while, pretty much.
Yeah, no.
Because I think it was like mainly a case of like back in middle school. Again, this is like peak like Undertale first coming out. Like
I was like a total doomer, by the way. I was like the opposite. Okay, the thing is, I played Undertale at the time, and I finished it.
The thing is, again, you were always like, you were kind of like on the train of people who were like, Undertale's cringe, I hate it. Like,
Yeah, no, I played it, and then I joined it, and then after like a few months, everyone was like, "Yo, that shit was cringe." Like, yeah, that shit was cringe.
Yeah, and then I was basically the epitome of like a cringy Undertale fan. Like it was like my whole world, bro.
It was like Superman, Lex Luthor, bro.
Yeah, so like I adored it. So that's basically where I feel like the main kind of, I guess, not conflict, but the sort of like the reason why you didn't like me, at least partially, was due to that.
Yeah, but it was like middle school.
It was like middle.
It was like so unserious, bro.
Yeah, but I just think it's so funny because it's like I think we're like some of like like you're one of my like closest friends, but it's just so funny that we started us like just not liking each other.
Yeah, no.
And it specifically had to do with Undertale. Dalen, do you have any like Undertale memories from like back in the day? It doesn't necessarily have to be with like us, but just in general.
Yeah, bro. I remember what's it called? It was on Halloween when Deltarune came out. I got like cocked, bro. I couldn't do shit that day, son. But then, from like the depths of the darkness, Deltarune was released. I was like, what the fuck? So I remember I went to like the survey program shit. I downloaded that shit and I was playing. I was like, what the fuck? Undertale 2? And I'm playing it right now.
I remember when that happened. Like we were just like at like lunch or whatever. We saw this like, oh, this game. It's called Deltarune. Like Sans has a line about befriending your mom in it. That's like the only two things I knew about the game. And I feel like I had to be like not one of the only people, but one of a few select people who like read that and actually knew what like the Deltarune was. That it was like the symbol from Undertale. Because I feel like that's some like kind of lore that you wouldn't like otherwise know. So I remember just seeing that and being like, what, a game named after the Deltarune symbol? Like, what's that? Actually, real quick, I want to say, just talking more about Undertale memories, because Jacob, you don't have many past a certain point, which we'll get to in a second. I have one particular story I want to tell.
God.
Oh.
So I have the Undertale
story.
Collector's Edition. That's a little dusty. That came out when it came out physically for the PS5, for the PlayStation for the first time. And with it, it comes with like an art book, a soundtrack, a whole bunch of stuff. But the coolest part is this, which is the Best Friends Forever Heart Locket. It's basically the golden locket that you get that is presumably the one that Azriel and Kara had matching versions of. Thank you for holding all this, Joshua. Mm-hmm. And it's super cool because it has a little it has a little music box inside, and it says Best Friends Forever. Again, just more awesome like Kara Azriel stuff. And when you wind it up, I don't know if that'll pick up the mic, but it plays his theme, which is super cool. And we all have a mutual friend. His name is Richard. And back in the day...
Enemy of the channel.
Enemy of the channel. Back when, again, this was, I forget when specifically the PlayStation version of Undertale came out. Me and him bonded over Undertale. We both liked it a lot. So one time we were meeting up, I think, to actually record like a short video or whatever for like a school project, right? And I was like, oh, Richard really likes Undertale. I bet he'd like this. So I bring it with me to his house. I go over to his house. And I'm like, hey, Richard, I got the Undertale Collector's Edition. Look what I got. I show him the locket. Richard grabs it and goes, it's a yo-yo, and slams it on the ground.
I know this story, and it makes me mad each time.
It makes me mad.
And so okay, the music box is still fine, but the lock part of the locket is broken, so it doesn't it swings open. It doesn't close all the way. Mm-hmm. So it's not the worst part of it to break, but it was one of those moments. And again, yeah. It's one of those things where it's, again, he said it was like, he was very, very apologetic afterwards. He was like, I don't know, I thought it was a yo-yo. I don't know what I was thinking.
Why is that his first thought?
I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like, and that's why this was like back in like middle school or whatever. So it's like, I'm not like still mad
so
to this day, you know? So after I killed him, I'm pretty like over it by now. I was obviously pretty upset at the time. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I bring it up at any opportunity where it's relevant because it's just like, what a stupid story, bro.
Best friends forever.
I guess, so yeah, the next stage would be you, Jacob. So do you want to take the story? Or?
Yeah, my first, like, exposure to Undertale was, one of my girlfriends at the time in school. It was, like, I don't know, I think it was, like, we were just, like, starting, like, high school. And I never had heard of Undertale. I mean, I did, for, like, a little bit. But, like, I didn't really care all that much. If it didn't have a gun or a ball, I wasn't going to play it. And then one of my friends at that time, again, they started a a screen share where I share played Undertale through the PS4, and it was pretty laggy, but you know, it was an experience nonetheless. I got past Toriel. I accidentally killed her.
As we all do.
And reloaded. Flower talked to me. Got past, and then I think I started talking to Sans, and then that was when I was like, yeah, I'm done. And then I don't know how. What were like the circumstances?
I remember the circumstances actually. So it was October 31st, 2021. 21. Okay, well it's an easy one to remember because it was a Halloween party. We were down here. We were hanging out, and then I think apropos of nothing, we were talking about Undertale. I think because Chapter 2 had just released in September.
Mm-hmm.
So we were still all riding the high, like Spamton, all that stuff. I think I was dressed as Spamton that year. Jacob, you brought up that I think you were, I forget what it was, but you were starting to think about playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You were like saying like, oh yeah, I've never played Undertale. Like I know none of it. You're like, wait, you don't know anything about it? You're basically saying that you were completely unspoiled about the entire game.
Yeah.
That you knew absolutely nothing. And then it was at that moment where it was like, Jacob, I need to see you play this game right now. Because there are so many things in Undertale where it is like, the problem with Undertale is that everything is spoiled for you a lot of time because people wouldn't shut up about it on the internet when it was popular. So a lot of the big impactful moments that are surprises, you miss out on. Mm-hmm. So I was like, Jake, what to play this? So on Halloween, we started playing it together. And I think there's a few other people in the room. And they were all like voicing the characters, having a good time. I think we got to, again, like basically where you had stopped last time, where we got to like Snowden or whatever. And I think, I think you maybe, because like I don't know how much of the last time you played it you remembered at the time, because you also killed Toriel that time, and then you were like, oh, what can I do? Can I like go back? And I was like, well, you can save and load. And meanwhile I'm like devious, like, is he gonna do it? And you're like, yeah, I guess I'll do it. And then you reloaded, and then you spared Toriel and figured it out. And you're like, oh yeah, I did it. And then we got to Flower, and then Flower was like, I know what you did. You killed her, and then you were like
what
you didn't.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Dirty mother
I
killer.
couldn't fucking believe it.
And then eventually the Halloween party ends. We get a little bit into it, and then we basically agreed, it's like, let's just keep meeting up to play it. Because at that point, it was like we were already agreed. Like a lot of us would be hanging out like at my place over the summer. It's not over the summer. I think the previous summer we were hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
basically, and we tried to get a whole group of people to play Undertale, right? But it ended up people just wouldn't show or whatever. So basically, just like me and you, just every once in a while we'd meet up and we'd play the game, like voice all the characters, and then it was basically like. It was like, you were like Frisk, I was Kara. I was basically telling you all the like lore and stuff. So I was trying to like, okay, there's so much stuff, like lore and stuff that, and like knowledge I've developed over like, again, dedicating myself to this garbage for the past like however many years. And you didn't know any of it. So I basically got to give you like the full crash course of the entire experience of Undertale, like the whole breadth of like all the stuff for it, like all the like little niche things you wouldn't like know about otherwise. Not obviously not spoiling stuff for you, but just telling you stuff like, oh, otherwise you wouldn't have known this. And it was just a really good time. And again, just like I think just particularly getting to see your reactions to stuff that you didn't know about. Like, and there's like even like little things like not knowing about Mettaton EX. That Mettaton turns into like a sexy man, you know? Where it's like,
oh yeah.
The idea of seeing that for the first time was like crazy. Or like we talked about it earlier in the video, like you seeing Omega Flowey for the first time.
Yeah, bro.
And again, it was just like, and it was just like such a good time playing it. And then I remember we were basically like right at the end, and then like literally the day before we meet up to finish the True Pass ending, you like DM me like, Anthony, I've never been more mad in my entire life. And you send me the photo because you got recommended the Azrael boss fight.
Yup.
Like in your YouTube recommended.
Yup.
And then I was just like, I
Spoiled.
don't even think I tried doing my like cope, like, oh, you just forget about it. I'm just like, that sucks, man. Just try not to think about it.
Yeah, no.
And then like we beat Undertale, and then obviously it's a good time, whatever. I think also there's a little part of the story where like, okay, before we get into other stuff, I kind of want to explain Gasser to you. So like, Jacob, can I like, I'm not gonna explain Gasser stuff to you, but can I send you videos?
Yeah, and you made like the playlist, the YouTube playlist, right?
Like, you agreed to it, and then I made a playlist called, I think it's probably still on the Mr. Brick and Co channel, called I'm So Sorry, Jacob, and it's like 4 videos with like all the like, different fun events, and then all like a bunch of videos explaining what Gasser was, and then I think eventually you finished the video, and I'm like, so how was it? And then you replied to me in Wingdings where you were like, 3 heroes appeared at World's End. I was like, okay, so the propaganda worked. And then eventually we decided, okay, well, you've already played through all of like Undertale, so we said, hey, I guess let's just play through Deltarune.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So we started doing that, and then I think Josh caught wind of it, because again, we're all friends here.
I think I pulled up or something. I forgot what. It was after class. We're like, fuck it, let's go to Anthony's, bro.
Yeah. So we started playing Deltarune chapter like 1 and 2, and then you basically just like joined the like fun gang.
Yeah. And then I voiced Susie. He voiced
Lancer. I was Ralsei.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so we basically just played through all of chapters 1 and 2, like the 3 of us. And then also, in the midst of all that, I think before we did the weird route, I was like, Jacob, before we do the weird route, you should probably do the genocide.
Yeah.
And this was something that was basically held over Jacob's head for like a long time because he got all the way up to Sans, and then he couldn't beat it.
I did
And
not
I
beat
think
him.
for at least like a year, we were putting off beating it. And then this also plays into what I was telling the story before about how I made the presentation, where it's like, okay, to do the presentation, there are important stuff in that has stuff to do with the weird route. So you need to beat that before we do the presentation. And before we do that, you need to beat Sans. So eventually it got to a point where it's like, okay, I think it's like the trailer had dropped for chapter 3 and 4 at this point. So it's like, this is already like super far into the future at this point.
Yeah.
So we were, so we were basically like, okay, Jacob, it's like now or never. We basically meet up, and then we agree, it's like, okay, Jacob can't do it. So then I beat Sans.
Yeah.
And it took me a little while, but eventually I did beat it, which I've actually never played the genocide and run in Undertale fully because, again, I was very invested in it as like a middle schooler, and then I couldn't bring myself to do it.
It's killing the dogs, man.
Yeah.
It's the hardest part.
So again, we eventually did that, and then I guess Dalen, you basically like kind of joined the crew after we were done like playing like Deltarune and stuff. But we basically after that kind of moved on to like playing other games, and then you started joining whenever we'd meet up. Like we played like Resident Evil 4 like all together. We played.
Oh, the Resi 4 playthrough.
We played.
Damn!
Yeah.
Yo, show the clip. Show.
Hey, Leon, where's my lunch?
Played the original Resident Evil 4, and then the remake got announced like a month later.
Right.
Yo.
And then we played the remake when it came out as well.
We also playing a bunch of like Sifu. We basically, I think it was like at this point, it was summer at this point after like the summer of I think 2021 then because I guess summer of 2022 because it was after chapter 2 came out. And we basically spent the whole summer like just like any day I was like, you guys free? And then it was like, yeah, and we all just met up at my place.
Yeah,
and
like
played,
there's a
games and
Last
stuff.
of Us playthrough. Yo, I go.
Oh yeah, the Last of Us.
Dude, that shit's so
about
funny
that.
because okay, now I'm telling all this. I missed the whole Last of Us playthrough until they were like at the final moment of the DLC, and then Jacob was like, "Yo, I can't shoot this guy. Why don't you switch your shoulders?" And then he was like,
you can do that? You can switch shoulders?
And then it was so funny, bro. And then he got the final cutscene, and then the game ended. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks.
But yeah, and I think that's basically where Dalen kind of joined the motley crew of.
Yeah, I joined the crew like during like Sifu.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think you kind of just got associated with all the Deltarune stuff because you were basically my closest confidant when it came to Deltarune stuff because you knew more than like most of the other like guys.
He was like, yes, you were a friend. You know?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And then so at that point it was like, okay, we already did the playthrough together, so it's like, okay, we need to get together to show you the slides. And it's like, oh, you already like know all the stuff about Deltarune, but you didn't know about the Spamton Sweepstakes.
Yeah.
So or like didn't know a lot about it. So it's like, oh, you joined too. And again, that's basically how the Co and Mr. Brick and Co kind of like.
I also like to clarify, we're also just friends outside of video games, and like
obviously.
No, we're not. It's like a Rhett and Link thing when nobody likes each other.
We meet up, we record these stupid ass videos, and we go home.
Yeah, it's after we're recording dead silence, and we all just like walk out.
we punch in our timesheet and then we leave.
Yeah. And I order you all out of my home. I'm trying to think, is there any other like Deltarune and Undertale like related like stories you could think of?
Also, I'd like to clarify. No, yeah, but even then when we became friends, I was telling them I was like, fucking hate Undertale, fucking hate it. And then I obviously grew up, and then
I think you're probably like seeing all this stuff when chapter 2 is coming out, and just like.
Maybe it's alright. And then I catch myself, I'll be walking to class and listen to like the Undertale session, I was like, alright.
And then I think you joining for the Deltarune playthrough, which I remember, it was pretty much a big shock to the system at the time, because I was still, like, even though we were super, like, close at that point, I was still like, Josh doesn't like Undertale, and you, like, joining for the Deltarune playthrough was like, oh. You like Undertale, don't you, Squidward?
That was it. I literally opened the group, and was like, guys, I think I like Undertale. It was like coming out, but I was like,
it was just like especially funny because again it felt so different at the time, but now it's like now I know you're in too deep now. You know.
What's that about? That's like the whole timeline, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, essentially. It's just that you guys played Undertale, and then I joined in for your Deltarune playthrough because I didn't know anything.
And then I started showing up when like Sifu came out.
Yeah, and then we're like, all right, let's just hang out, play some bullshit, and then it was like Sifu, and then it was President Evil. And then somehow Last of Us.
I really wish we had that original Resident Evil 4 playthrough.
Yeah,
like,
that was
that was generational.
Some of the
Yo,
funniest
Mike,
like
bro.
fucking things ever.
Mike.
Bro. I do have a video of the remake playthrough, like the bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I'll like link it like in the description.
I put up the funny scene where I get grabbed.
Give me that! Damn! I'm about to what the fuck? You just almost got to extend arms,
I know we're talking about Deltarune, but I still find it funny that I will never see the Salazar boss fight in my life. For both games.
Yeah, you missed it both times.
I think the first time I fell asleep, and then when we were doing the remake, I fell asleep again.
Well, yeah, I think that is basically it. Again, I just thought for Undertale's anniversary, I just kind of wanted to reminisce on like Undertale memories and stuff, specifically just like our storied history with it. Just like again, it's like I just want to like go on again. It's like it really was just crazy getting to see your first reaction to all this stuff.
Oh my god,
crazy.
man.
And then it's like because it was also fun because like again, basically with Undertale, Deltarune, and Deltarune like Chapter 2, I was basically kind of like the ringleader. Like I knew everything, so I could explain all this stuff or like go through like knew what to like check and stuff like that. So I was always like ahead of everyone else, so I got to see everybody else's reactions when it's like, Spamton Neo and stuff like that. But then it was fun doing Chapter 3 and 4 because it was for the first time I was on the same level as like everybody else in the room, Where it's like I didn't know what was happening just as much as everybody else did.
Yeah, bro.
And that was just super fun. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Oh yeah, also us talking about Deltarune and Undertale, I had so many people like, yo, maybe I'm about to start Undertale low-key, right? Like, well, so I was like, I kind of just want to like hit Chapter 5. Is there like a way I could like finish the game in 2 hours? I'm like, no, bro, play the game, bro.
Yeah. We've influenced a lot of people.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, bro. Yo, what a crazy ass game. Yo, that like completely changed my outlook on life after that show, bro.
I feel like I've phrased it like this before, but it is Undertale's game that after playing it, it completely rewired like my entire brain chemistry, and I no longer like think the same way I do like before,
Now it's smooth.
Yeah.
As Bradley says.
Oh my god, smooth brain.
Yeah. But
what's the letter?
You, which stands for you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again for getting us to where we are right now. Again, it's just like the fact that we've just right in front of the camera. Yeah, one more for the road. And just thank you guys so much. I feel genuinely blessed to be able to do this sort of stuff with my friends here.
While we're trying to get there, should we shout out the people that made the YouTube poop of us?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Actually, let's do a few shout outs before the shout out. So again, another just completely like bewildering thing that's happened is that people have made videos like compilations of us. Like we've shown up in other like compilation videos of like reactions and stuff, which in and of itself is already like super crazy. Again, like seeing us next to like Snapcube and like Salty DK Dan and stuff like that is just like insane. But then also a few select people have made compilations of
just us.
Yeah, us. And there's one where it's like a big like hour and a half long video of just like like clips I like from Mr. Brick & Co. Again, I'll put it in the description.
The requested every time Josh speaks,
yeah,
one of us gets
specifically,
it.
I think. Let me see if I can get that. I think it's like Friday M like Bastard. I think.
Yeah, I have it right here. Friday M, like it's like Bastard, like as in like stare.
They've made I think 2 videos. Like one is basically the video we requested, which is
every time I talked.
Every time he said something,
something went wrong,
happened, which was very good. Again, we weren't able to. We didn't record our first reaction to it like we said we would. But again, we watch it and we rewatched that video like already a bunch of times.
Yeah, no, we're literally just like hanging out, but it's like, yo, pull up that video right now.
Yeah. And then also the one that they made, which is basically like the YouTube poop with the like Deltarune Other Puppet song, what's it called? Like Hey Everybody, but it's like to the sync of like us saying stuff. That video, again, we were like all hanging out, and then we watched it, and that was so funny. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Check it out. I'm playing my balls like
I haven't jerked off in 5 days. That shit was pack a punch.
The way you read it was so funny.
So thank you so much in particular, and then also, Josh, you have a special thank you.
What? What? Oh, yo. Okay, story time. So, we were about to head out, so we're about to go to a bar, and then, Mr. Brick and our good friend Anton, we're playing. It's like, yo, Anton, go play Swift Play. I don't care. We're playing Valorant. And then we queue up, and then this guy, our Brimstone, it's a character in the game. His name was the Rude Buster, and we're like, what are the odds? I go on team chat. I'm like, yeah, Rude Buster, you fuck with Deltarune? He's like, yeah, I fuck with Deltarune. And he was like, I was like, yo, you know Mr. Brick & Co? And the guy was like, yeah, I know Mr. Brick & Co.
It's like, oh, I've watched a few of their videos.
Yeah. And then I'm like, would you believe?
It's like, I'm Josh, Mr. Brick & Co. I got Mr. Brick like with me.
And I was like, I could go on voice comms and like, you can believe it. It's like, no, I believe you. It's a pleasure of playing. So shouts out to you. Brimstone. We got 0 kills, but it was fun playing with you.
Now, again, you said that you do that in like
Yeah, I mean,
Valorant chants,
bored.
like all the time. Like you're just like, oh, you guys know Mr. Brick and Cup, our publicity. So yeah, shouts out to you. Is there any other people? Oh, I guess we talked about him a little bit, but shouts out to Andrew Cunningham for what's it called? One, like bringing us up in streams a couple times, and then also putting a clip from our video and the thumbnail in your big like night conspiracy video. Again, I've already done some like super chats in your stream, like talking to you about it or whatever, or like left comments saying how much I appreciated that. But that was so crazy. I legitimately couldn't believe it. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Anthony, you should wear the birthday sash.
Yes, you should.
We all got our turn. Make sure to put it on right.
It's my turn to be the birthday princess.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And last but not least on our shoutouts is our lovely patrons who, for some reason, found it in their hearts to give money for the cause of Mr. Brick & Co. And for that, I'm forever indebted. And everybody who donated is on screen right now. And for the shoutouts who get their name shouted out at the end of the videos, starting with the $5 honors student tier, we have Toby Tricky Fox, Dick Chocolate,
Hell yeah,
Chaos Beam,
Woo!
Semantic Pedantic,
Pedantic.
Riley's Wob or Riley Swab,
Come on, man.
Spicy Bloke,
Mhm.
Cat on Mars, easier name than Jean-Luca.
Raluca!
Yeah.
the goat.
Admin Access, Rocco _ Dusty Plush, Lundcraft, Jortsmaster, John Robert 659, Silvix, and Avast Antivirus. Next up in the $10 overachiever tier, we have Blenderfucker.
Woo!
Thank you for your service. Rat Avenue, Colt Acola, and Adam Sandler.
Holy fuck.
The Adam Sandler.
The Happy Gilmore.
In the $19.97 overachiever plus tier, the Spamton number, we have Jesus and Willow Wispy. And now we have just one final tier for the absolute mad lads who decided to support us on the $50 teacher's pet tier. Now, Josh, who are the people in the $50 teacher's pet tier?
Isaac! Adam Sandler! Timey fits you!
Well, I think that's a wrap on our Deltarune, wrap on our Undertale birthday party. Do you guys have any last things to say?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
El hombre araña.
3.